Good evening, folks. Welcome to Wednesday Night Magic. I think I found a new name for it. We are doing Merlin 1998. We are on the last two episodes, of our coverage of Merlin 98, and then we'll be moving on to Excalibur. And this is a special one. This is the lovely part of the story where Merlin suggests the idea of leaving Guinevere back in Camelot to be taken care of by Lancelot. Not his brightest decision, I would say, but nevertheless, it is the one we will be contending with tonight. We give our special thanks, as always. Mr. Brown Alliance is rating us as we speak. We're about to. They were doing some Wednesday night musings tonight, all the entertainment industry news and stuff. And so we have one person in the green room who is not on the panel there, so I'll be introducing him. And then we will gradually get more panelists at least one panelist as time goes on. So if I sound a little bit relaxed, like I don't exactly have the foot on the accelerator all the way, that's because I am playing for a little bit of time here. But without further ado, let us introduce this gentleman right here. Please welcome an archer who goes by the name Colin.
Okay, so apparently we're doing Merlin and dragons and shit, according to Mr. Brown.
Yeah. Well, Brown, I don't know, somehow he's sci-fi, but not fantasy. Don't go into those fantastic realms around Brown because it's just not his thing. I don't know why. But then again, he is vegan, so that
this is true.
Oh, I actually appreciate veganism a little bit more and more as I get older. And in fact, myself, if I was living in India, I could probably do it. But in the Western world, the food doesn't taste good enough to go fully vegan.
There's an old 1980s, I couldn't tell you when, British comedy series called Just Good Friends. And it's got the lovely, although unfortunately she had her hair and a horrible pixie cut for most of it, Jan Francis and Paul Nicholas.
All right.
And the basis of the series, they got together and it starts off with the series. They meet after he abandons her at the altar. And then they meet up again sometime later on. But there's one bit where she's quite posh. She's posh. Penelope, she's posh, her parents are posh, and he's somewhat more lower class. And there's one great bit where there's one lovely line in the reading these you would list in mind. And yes, I'm waffling on as well. Is that there's one bit where she says about something, and he's a vegan, and she says, "You do know what a vegan is, don't you, Vince?" And he says, "Yes, I do." Then something more slightly. I've watched every episode of Star Trek.
That sounds incredibly appropriate with Mr. Brown. But yeah, there we go. Just Good Friends. And I love that you're an ambassador for, British television. Some of it we got, some of it we didn't. We did get a fine romance.
Yep.
With
fine romance.
Judi Dench and
I can do it.
And her at the time husband, I forget his name though. But, but anyway,
I can't know what it was.
But just before we go, maybe our chat will remind us. But just before we go forward, we do need to say that this gentleman is also here, and we found out tonight that he did at some point wear braces.
What the hell are we supposed to use, man? Harsh language?
I'd like to keep this handy for close encounters.
I heard that.
For the British in the audience, when I say he used to wear braces, I mean the things that go on your teeth, not the suspenders, as we call them here. Please welcome Dutch Gradient. Are you here, Dutch?
He's
Yes.
muted. Oh, there he goes.
Yes, I am. I could not.
He's
get the
thinking of
stupid thing to
something
unmute.
witty, but it's taking a while.
No, I just couldn't get the mute to turn off for a second.
Okay.
Say, turn the heck off! Would you like to make a bookmark? No, I want to turn off the mute. Hello, everyone.
Oh boy, here we go. All right, sir. So tonight we're doing Merlin. This will be the second to last one because we'll be finished in 6 total episodes. So that's lovely, but it's really heating up now. This is getting to territory we're familiar with. Probably, maybe the most heartbreaking part of the Arthurian legends, and we'll be comparing it to other tellings a little bit because there are differences here. But we're going to find out in a little bit. Merlin, it's one of his tactical errors, shall we say.
One of many.
Coming up.
Yeah,
I guess he never read the stories before when he came up with this idea.
You see, the problem is because he lives his life backwards. All the stories in his childhood, he should have read the stories about Arthur, but he missed them because they hadn't been written, because he hadn't gone back in time. They hadn't been written to. It's horribly confusing, I'm sure. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Yes. Now, I am for a little bit going to be putting up some chats. Liza is returning. We have a lovely restaurant in town, about a half hour away in town, that is a Japanese restaurant. And we decided tonight for Merlin, we got to have some rolls and, some stuff that's a little bit different. So we're splurging a bit tonight to have some food other than what we make. And she'll be here in a few minutes. So,
So she's gone out on a food run. I see. Fine. I see.
Yeah, well, it helps. But for that reason, I will basically be randomly putting up chats. So if you see the same chat from Scott Hovid put up like 5 times in a row, that's why, because she normally handles that for me.
Yeah,
So,
I went.
anyway.
I used to be a big fan of Popeye's chicken and their Cajun rice. It was my go-to for a longest time, and then they stopped serving Cajun rice, and I said, "Well, then I'm not going to Popeye's anymore." I found out 2 nights ago that some markets have Cajun rice again, including my market and the one nearest my house. So I decided to go there today, and I got some. Guess what?
No
They
Cajun
changed
chicken.
They changed the recipe on the Cajun rice.
Oh, imagine that.
It's not as good as it used to be.
Well, that's not a surprise there.
Yeah, I'm sure it was more than just this, but it used to have like little green pepper bits in it. Doesn't have that anymore.
Well, we tried Popeyes once, and the first time was like several months ago, and we're not doing it again. I mean, I think in the U.S., all the chicken, first of all, we rarely do fast food, but in the U.S., all the chicken fast foods, whether it's Popeyes, Chick-fil-A, Zaxby's, it's like, it ends up being the same thing, and it's not quite right.
Try Raising Cane's if there's one near you. That's really good.
What about
I've
KFC?
never heard of it.
Oh, no.
KFC.
KFC hasn't been good in decades.
Supposedly they
afford
can be
chicken.
overseas.
I used to really like KFC, but I can't afford it anymore. I live over a row of shops, and the shop on the end is a fish and chip shop. But they used to, they do a lot of other things. But it was originally started off as a Chinese restaurant, but that was Lord knows how long ago. But they used to do, and unfortunately don't anymore. Before COVID, they used to do some really nice fried chicken, and I would be down there regularly. But they don't do that anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think if I had the choice between real British fish and chips and any kind of fried chicken, I'd go with the fish and chips, to be honest. But we do have to say thank you for Scott Hovid holding things down in the chat. It's springtime up there.
Oh, ho, hee, ha.
So he's happier than usual.
Nope, I won't sing it.
Oh, don't. Yeah. No, I think you can say some of those names again on YouTube now. Now on YouTube, you're just like banned because you use a template or something. I don't know. There's just all sorts of weird stuff. Everyone's trying to figure out what's wrong with YouTube, and I think the main thing that's wrong with YouTube is it's YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
And
They've forgotten
so
what they're supposed to be, but
yeah, but anyway, thank you there for Flav, one of the first ones, one of our channel members. Thank you very much, sir.
What about you? Do you find it visible? When I say the name, Dickus. Dickus.
Yes. He's still testing his soldiers. So anyway, we are looking.
The outtakes of that must have been amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm wondering if they have a collection of those. I do own. No, I still have the VHS. I
Wait.
think I do have a DVD, but it's one of those dollar store DVD copies where it's like, I don't know. There's
It's
definitely
just
no
the film,
bonus
no
anything.
extras. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I just realized that he was definitely closer than 15 centimeters.
It was at the end.
Well, Brown's rules don't apply to everybody. But here, are we looking at? Oh, this is where he wants to put Camelot, right? Or is just regular countryside? I forget.
No, so
I know
think,
that.
I think this is Evelyn.
No, yeah, I think that's Camelot being built on the edge of the lake. I think.
Yeah. It looks like construction.
But he's saying because I think he said he couldn't stay away from Arthur from Camelot too long.
No, he's got to keep an eye on Arthur. I mean, remember, Arthur is his thing, his pet project, trying to make a human ruler that is good. Had a little bit of incestuous sort of activity that no, I mean, well, he didn't know, but maybe as a Christian leader, he shouldn't have been just bonking before marriage. You know, that's usually frowned upon. But
yeah, I mean, it occurred to me that was he a Christian? Because he's raised, but if he's been raised by Merlin, Merlin's not a Christian.
No, but he was not raising him. He was just his tutor.
Yes, so yes, he was shooting. So yes,
yeah, he was raised by a Christian.
Yeah.
We did see a quick.
So, so I'm getting him and Merlin confused. Merlin was raised by, of course, yeah.
Yeah, we did see a quick clip last time of his upbringing and some of the teaching going on there, and it sounded like, pretty Christian. Merlin's just a tactical advisor, and the hard part is he's competing against Queen Mab, who had been doing this for longer from the old ways.
To be fair, a lot of what Merlin was teaching him would also be in line with Christian values. So
that's true.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's a lot of what this telling is kind of unfurling. It wasn't always that way with telling of stories with Merlin. But in this one, it is something where it's like, okay, they're kind of like putting him in with a new thinking and kind of aligning the new thinking with Christianity and the old ways, meaning the old thinking, and of course the powers of the old faith and stuff being dark and evil and all that stuff. So that would be the way a story is told from a Roman perspective.
Lawrence,
so yeah,
you just got a new tip on Ko-Fi from Flavius.
Oh, thank you, Sir Flavius. I see that now here. I am going to read that off. Folks, when you share on Ko-Fi, it's a great bonus for us. I do have the link pinned at the top there because 30% doesn't go to YouTube, as with everything else. And also, they do transfer the same day and everything to my PayPal. So, yeah, YouTube, it's once a month, and then if you're not over $100, they don't, they don't send you anything. So
they still keep it, of course. But
I'm just checking my feed here. Let's see. There's the Merlin post that I made. Let me refresh, make sure. Because Flavius often likes to say some things, and tonight it says view details, and we have Douzo, Douzo. That sounds Greek. Douzo, Omesh, Agari, I'm sorry, I'm butchering this. Kudlasi. Enjoy your meal. Oh, Douzo, Omiyashi, Agari,
That's
Kudasi. That might be
I suspect it's
Japanese.
Japanese, yeah, for the sound of it. I
Oh.
suspect it's Japanese rather than.
Everyone's speaking Japanese.
I don't see his chat.
I think I'm turning Japanese. Are you on the Ko-Fi?
Yeah.
Well, I had to refresh to see it. But thank you. I'm sorry I butchered that, Flab, but I certainly appreciate that. We do have a strong Japanese contingent in our wider audience. We have Anna Nielsen there. Well, she's not Japanese, but she might as
In
well
Japan.
be. She's living there now, working there now. She's fluent.
Japanese, so
Yeah, and
I believe the correct
Phobos
response is
spend a good amount of time there.
domo arigato. Is that Japanese for thank you?
Yes, domo arigato is a very polite thank you to a friend.
And I think, Dutch Gradient himself is like honorary Japanese. I don't know.
I took one class in college. I was the only Caucasian to finish the class, and I have read Shogun, which is a Japanese primer. If you read James Clavell's Shogun, it'll teach you the basics of Japanese.
Wow. Okay. Definitely worth checking out. I mean, it is a fascinating culture and everything. I mean, the thing with me is flights. Oof.
Oddly enough, I've got to learn a bit of Japanese because I'm doing my Monday Call of Cthulhu game. We're doing a new game. One of the guys running another game, which is actually set in 1980s Japan. So I'm getting dragged into Japan at the moment.
Wow. Call of Cthulhu in 1980s Japan.
Japan, yeah. So I've been doing Japanese characters. So,
well, I think we might as well get to Merlin now. I mean, he couldn't be away for too long, and neither can we. I mean, this was filmed in, they said, England and Wales. So if some of this looks temptingly like Scotland, apparently it is not. But
I couldn't stay away for long. Arthur was more to me than just a king. And I was curious to see what was going on. What's all of this, Arthur? A promise made flesh. I am building the city of Camelot. Camelot. Just a model. Shh.
Yes.
It's a new beginning. I made a mistake that night with Morgan.
Yeah.
But I can't believe that I will be condemned for all eternity for one mistake.
Well,
building something that looks like it's been built about 800,000 years too early doesn't count as a mistake then.
Yeah, I do want to also pause here for something else.
800,000 years?
800 or 1,000. 800
Oh.
to 1,000.
800,000 years.
I was sitting going, hold the phone. What?
He's accounting for human evolution genetically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently we get sent back to the Stone Age at some point.
Gavin, great to have you here, sir. But I wanted to stop here also because of the garb. I mean, we've been talking about the costumes and stuff, and largely they are above rings of power, but below, maybe some cinema film grade releases because this was, after all, a TV miniseries. What were you saying, Colin?
Let us never mention rings.
Let's not mention the Odyssey either.
What?
Or that, oh dear God. Plate mail in the BC era. Jeez, Lee Crow.
No.
Oh, they didn't know.
Full plate mail.
I said I was watching that. Yeah, the only time I saw it was yesterday afternoon. First live watching it on the Rabbi from Another Planet's channel.
Mm-hmm.
And my first comment when that scene came up was block capitals, plate mail. Seriously. My next comment was, sorry, when did Odysseus fight the Cylons?
Yeah. Well, tonight that was
Or the Cybermen.
Or
the
the
Cybermen.
Cybermen, as someone else pointed out tonight. Yeah, unfortunately, I was away from the keyboard at the time that was put in. I was able to put that one in myself.
Now he may have fought the Sontarans. That might, because I think they were ancient alien-oriented civilization. But anyway, here Arthur. I mean, it's hard for me to tell from the picture, but the big circles.
I suspect that is probably a chain. I suspect it's probably
it's bling.
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
those look like solid discs.
no, they look like solid discs, but they look as if they are attached to his top, which is weird. I would have thought if they are actually linked, as in a necklace, like a chain of office, that I could see. I mean, how accurate that will be to 5th, 6th century Britain, I'm not sure, but I could certainly see that. Why on earth they would put metal directly onto a jacket, onto a shirt that's going to have to get washed on a regular basis, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I mean, did they actually have crowns?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
And some of the crowns they've
would
shown
not be out of place. That's real. This probably. I mean, a king would have some sort of adornments and stuff. Whether this was in fashion at that time, I don't know. You'd have to ask a fashion expert.
Some of the crowns they've shown in this in this series have actually been historically accurate.
Okay.
A little on the plain side, perhaps, but accurate.
I mean, I honestly don't know how. I mean, there's something about that, and particularly about the neckline and the rest of it, that looks very 20th century. It looks like he's wearing a sweat. I would almost expect it looks like he's wearing a sweatshirt with a hood down. It's almost like like he's wearing a hoodie.
Almost,
I mean, just from the hang of the top and the neckline looks like a stuffed neckline or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but who am I to complain? I don't really dress my era either. I'm still in the 90s.
I'll never condemn you, Arthur. I'm to marry Lord Leo's daughter. Ah, do you love her? She'll make a splendid queen and be a good wife. We hope to get married here at Camelot. It doesn't matter if it's not finished. Will you be there with me? I'd be honored. What's her name, your bride? Guinevere.
Well,
next slide. This is still the same dialogue.
I'm just like, I'm just. It was hard doing this scene because it was like Babylon 5. Everyone's walking in front of the camera.
They are attached, aren't they? They're not.
Yeah, they're gold discs.
Attached, somehow sewn onto these. Oh, well, odd.
Perhaps riveted.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, they might even be riveted onto it. Yeah, you're right. They could be. Look,
how riveting.
Looks like 8 rivets per plate.
Well, he says the name Guinevere. Now, is Guinevere? I've seen a number of spellings for Guinevere. I even wrote a piece once called Guinevere, and I spelled it differently than everyone else. Mostly because
what a shock. I'm sorry, did I say that out loud?
All righty. Well, as is my wont to do.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think it's probably what Guinevere is probably is a very Welsh Celtic sounding name, so it would probably been something like that. And again, as with so many of these things, it's been translated, to 2,000 years of linguistic change and change from one language to another and one language style to another. So
it got
we
Frankified.
have Lord Leo there on the left, and then we have Guinevere here, and it's like
wait, I thought Guinevere was one on the left.
No, it's hold on a second. Wait a second. I know she's going to be trouble because it's Cersei in a brunette wig.
Yep.
I knew she was going to be trouble from when I saw her. And if she cuts her hair off, she's going to become a crazed drug lord.
Definitely
At which point Merlin will summon Judge Dredd.
I think the dress is actually nice, I think. Now, whether it's period, I don't know. I mean, because it's looking like on the right arm, left arm, isn't that, what do you know, the thing with tiny little holes in it, what kind of material is that?
Chiffon net.
Yeah, chiffon.
I have no idea.
Yeah, or it's not lace.
The other thing is the crown that she's wearing, the jewelry look actually kind of reminds me of the images, if you ever see images of Heinrich Schliemann wife when he nicked the jewels from Troy.
My only question is, why is she wearing a crown when she's not even yet married to the king?
Well, she's about to be. I guess that's right. You would think they would crown her at the moment.
I mean, if she's a princess, she might be. I'm not sure. I mean, and it might not be a crown. It might be, because if you look at it, it looks like it looks like the jewelry down the side is attached to the crown, so it looks more like it's a headdress than a crown per se.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, I mean, we don't know. This is Lord Theo's daughter, so obviously she may not. She's nobility, but she's probably not necessarily bloodline.
Come on, Flav. It's nowhere near that bad, mate.
Wait, Lord Theo? Would that make him the Oder?
Oh no.
Oh, the Oder. Well,
by the way, it's actually Lord. It's actually Lord Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lord. Oh yeah, Leo. I thought I said Leo. Did I say Theo?
Yeah.
Oh boy, I got problems. But anyway, we'll get off.
She is a beautiful woman.
Oh yeah.
She is, yeah.
The crown's nice. And now here's the thing, they show this, so I captured it. She gets a glance there at Arthur, and then it comes back to her, and she's just kind of like, eh. And then her eyes go wide open after that, almost like she's remembering, I better look interested. So I think
she was looking. I think she's looking at her father on that when she looks to her right.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's probably looking down, sort of, being a little bit sort of,
modest.
Sort of, modest and demure and ladylike, as perhaps rather than looking disinterested.
Yeah, I guess it's not ladylike to be there with hungry eyes. Da, da,
yeah.
da, 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 da. All right. We remind you of the 80s here. Now, what are we doing? Although that was 80s. All right, so here is, I guess a ceremony. This is what you would see if you were a guest at the wedding. Groom's family on the right, bride's family on the left. And I'm not even sure what this is. I just captured it anyway because I was like, okay, it's at the wedding. It looks interesting.
Looks like a gold brazier, which is not really a great idea.
Well, it is a brazier, definitely, and it's got coals in it. This is great for making paella, but here they just have the ceremonial flame, and they put their hands over it. I mean, there was all sorts of customs. They're at least not doing the Celtic wrist binding, because that would have been a little too Welsh, I guess.
Or jumping over a broomstick.
Odd that we have his right hand, her left hand.
And why would that be odd?
Well, like, for instance, wedding rings tend to be worn on the left hand on both husband and wife.
Well, then he would have had to face backwards, and the audience,
or he would have been facing her, or I don't know. It just seems a little odd.
Yeah, but if you think about it, I've now got to actually think.
If they're standing side by side.
Now that you say it, I typically see in throne rooms the queen on the left hand of the king.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think how we do it when we dance. I think the lady. Yeah, no. I mean, because you normally got the lady on. that is very similar to a dancing. That's almost like a dancing move. Your hands down, the lady's hand is on top of yours. I'm just thinking. I think muscle memory tells me I normally turn about to the right to kiss her hand, which means she's on my right, which means that would be correct. So my right, her left hand is resting on my right hand.
And her hand would be resting on his hand, so that his hand protects hers from the flame.
Yeah.
Oh, or you don't put it over a brazier. Brazier. I know. I just like to call it brazier now and then. Oh, look at that wood. You can even see the grain in it. Must be new construction.
To me, a brazier is a woman's undergarment.
Yes.
That's
ladies' intimate apparel.
Okay. I was going to Tintagel Castle.
Also, Tintagel, that's right. That's where Morgan stays.
I've learned my lesson.
Morgan has inherited Tintagel from Cornwall as the surviving daughter.
Perhaps Arthur wouldn't have been so eager to leave on his quest for the Holy Grail.
Well, wait a minute. He's literally just got married and gone on a quest for the Holy Grail. My God, in that case.
Yeah, I know.
Well, yeah, he's talking about it. He didn't leave just yet, but he's about to. But here he's like, well, he's concerned about the wrong problem with that.
Oh, this is old.
He's concerned about Morgan Le Fay. It's like he knows that's his sister now. You know.
Yeah, this is old Merlin talking. I should have.
Yeah.
Perhaps Arthur wouldn't have been so eager if he had known what a terrible enemy he had. What a terrible enemy he would leave behind in Morgan Le Fay.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The real enemy here is Queen Mab. She seems to be doing all this by twerking things into position.
Yeah, but Morgan already hates Arthur. She didn't need any real help from Mab aside from making her more beautiful.
Yeah.
Exlabius, a brazier is what ladies wear. That's what I said.
Oh, it's a French bakery.
But when you see a fire in them...
Merlin is here to see you, my lady. Send him in. You hear that, Mordred? There's a wizard come to see us. Won't this be fun?
She does play the psychopath very well.
Oh, yeah. Her voice was very good. Mordred, the way she said it was just perfect.
My Lady Morgan, do you know why I'm here?
And we do
clip time.
We do have a clip. So I have to switch over to the clip view. I got to make sure I enunciate P properly there.
Yeah.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Next round's on Mr. Garibaldi.
I forgot that earlier because Flav did a donation tonight, and so that counts as a super chat, even though it's there under. I didn't upload the videos, so let me upload those real quick. It won't take long, but thank you, Flav. You are our Garibaldi for now. All right. I'm sorry, I somehow forgot to upload the video clips, but they're short.
Flav, it's Helena Bonham Carter.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah, Flavius asked if that was.
No relation to John Bonham of Led Zeppelin.
Nor to John Carter of Mars.
I was about to say I'm not sure who her great grandfather might have been to Mars.
Yeah, well,
beat you to it.
Thanks for mentioning that, because Phobos is not here to let us know about it. All right, so here we go.
Say hello to my son, Mordred.
Master Mordred.
That was rude, Mordred. You can do anything you like, but you must never be rude. Rude is being weak.
Ooh, I love that. She is nasty. Rude is being weak.
No, wooed is being weak. She still has her lisp.
Oh, that's right. Because, at first she was kind of buck-toothed, and then I guess it was Mab's power, but Frick was there to do it, and made her beautiful.
I suspect that actually that's a glamour.
Oh, no, definitely is, yeah.
But simply because of what happens at the end.
You can
which is
definitely tell if she's chewing gum.
Yeah, but it's a visual effect rather than an audible effect. It's not an actual physical effect.
Yeah, it wasn't an actual fixing of her mouth and mouth parts.
Hmm.
You were saying, Merlin? Do you know why I'm here? It's to do with my son. Hasn't he grown? Yes, he has, and rather more than is natural, I have to say. Of course. Next.
Oh.
I beg you, for the sake of the country, you must not teach him the old ways.
Too late.
Oh, this country means nothing to me. A bastard sits on the throne that should be mine.
Why?
Yeah, I know. A bastard, begot in blood, when his father, Uther, seduced my mother and killed my father.
We're going to come back to that.
It's the future I'm thinking of, Morgan.
Yeah, we might as well cover it now because, she just said it. It's like, this is something I was thinking about. And then, because the thing is, she wouldn't be in line to any throne anyway because she was just the daughter of Cornwall, a lord, but not necessarily a, in line for the overall throne.
But her father, was he ever like, if he had killed Uther, would he have become king?
It depends. They probably would have fought over it. The way this all goes, they all fight over it. That no one believes anyone has the right, except
But my point was they were fighting, which is why Uther killed him. But if Uther had been killed, would that guy have become king? Maybe that's why she thinks the throne is hers.
Well, they weren't fighting for no reason. The only reason why they were fighting, remember, he just came with his wife and daughter to a dinner event.
They're fighting over a grain.
Yeah, Uther wanted her, and so
right. But I'm still wondering if
I don't know because if they were fighting over the throne, then you might say that okay, by right of conquest, the winner takes or keeps the throne. But that's not the cause of the conflict. There is no conflict. No. I know what you're saying, but I know what you're saying, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I think at this point, it would have been a fight anyway because they were all going to fight. Before Arthur said that he had Excalibur, demonstrated that he actually did, and it's like, all right. And then by birth, of course, he had the right because he was the son of Uther. So it's like if Uther had no heir, it probably would have been up to whoever had the strongest army would take the throne.
Unless Cornwall was somehow in the line of succession.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, if Cornwall was in the, but it's never been suggested that he is.
Evening, Brown.
Good evening, Brown. Yes, we are discussing lineages and bloodlines and who should really have the throne.
Merlin and Dragons is sheet, as someone put it earlier on. Yes, I was listening. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So I don't remember if Cornwall was actually seen as one of the ones fighting or anything. I don't think he was. Without knowing what the political situation there at the time is, it would be difficult to tell. I don't think that there's ever any suggestion that I can remember anywhere that Cornwall had any claim to the throne or was trying to pursue a claim to the throne.
This stream is about to get much better, at least as far as sharing your chats with everyone, folks, because we now do have
dinner's arrived.
The lovely Lady Liza of Sahida. we are joined by her. Yes.
So sorry, guys. I'm late again.
Yes, I announced why, and Flav helped us with our dinner. So thank you.
Didn't bring any food for the
Thank
rest
you,
of us.
Flav.
And what was it also? Yeah, now that you're here, I know that a fight will be coming up shortly.
Oh no, what's going on? What are we
I don't
talking
know.
about?
I don't know. It just usually means whatever we talk about.
talking
there's usually
about,
an argument. And I just want our audience to know Liza does have friends.
We're talking about
so-
Morgana's questionable claim to the throne.
Yes, it indeed is questionable.
Well, I think she just wants it. I mean, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter whether she would ever be in line for it. She just
True.
wanted it.
True.
Probably
She says,
because
my throne. She's
she's
definitely
mad at
claiming
Merlin. Yeah, but maybe she thinks she's entitled to everything because Merlin, led to the death of her father indirectly because he was assisting Uther at the time.
But if that hadn't happened, she wouldn't have had any claim to the throne at all. So I say without knowing a genealogical tree going back to how Cornwall might have had a claim to the, and that is assuming that they would even have recognised a female claim as anything other than claim to be in regent for her son.
Oh, kind of like the ancient Egyptians.
Well, no, I mean, it's in as much as is if you have the king and the queen, and the king and the queen is pregnant with or has a child, a male child before the king, and then the king dies before that child comes of age. The queen may be one of those appointed as regent for the child until they come of age.
Well, she would have had to hope. Well, first of all, she was out of it altogether. She would have had to hope that her father was king, and then there was no male heir, and she was the only.
The thing is, she's kind of half right here. Well, technically, Mordred should be Arthur's heir.
Right.
Because Mordred is Arthur's son. So it's very confusing. Again, it depends on what the Lord's custom at the time are.
Get this Guinevere out of here, or you never should have done that. You should marry me because this is your royal heir right here. I should be queen.
But they can't be married.
Even though I'm your half sister, I'm half right.
I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
This isn't Egypt. I don't think they could have done that. But
in medieval Europe, amongst royalty, this kind of thing didn't take place, Colin?
No, in medieval, later in medieval Europe, certainly once the church takes a big power thing. This is why we have this big thing in Europe, particularly in the UK and other places at the moment, between ourselves and a certain demographic. I don't want to be getting political here, but because a certain demographic allows first cousin marriages, the Christian church bans first cousin marriages because it leads to inbreeding. So. Which is why, for example, you have a number of medieval and slightly later era monarchs try to get the occasional marriage annulled on the grounds that a consanguinity has been discovered, that has come to light that the married couple are actually closer related than was thought, and therefore are forbidden to be married. So you've got to have at least a certain distance. It comes to at least second cousins, I think. But because I know we had this with first cousin marriage, and there's things in our country about banning first cousin marriage because it's for health purposes. And there's certain demographic which keeps things in the family. There's a whole really interesting thing you can go on about this, about how it changes family dynamics, how it brings in a nuclear family, does away with clan dynamics, because in a clan dynamic you marry within the clan.
Wow. I mean,
Which
first you're
takes the
talking about
power within the
first
clan.
cousin marriages, now
Yeah.
clan dynamics.
Well-
Are we talking about Alabama here?
No, but I'm saying that's what Lily. That's one of the things that, because the church bans first cousin marriages, it automatically means you have to look further outside the family, the clan, the in group,
Mm-hmm.
the immediate in group to marry. So that's one of the reasons why Europe or nations which are descended from a Christian thing do not have anything like the large family clan structure that other places do, that did not have that ruling.
Yeah, like Alabama. But, well, I mean, yeah. Oh, I'm coming back to like modern era, the social media families with like dozens of kids and stuff. It's like, oh my goodness. Part of it has, well, never mind. I'm not going to get into that.
In answer to Liza's question, the church controlled these things quite close when it came to sort of royal dynasty marriage, which is why you end up with things like the Habsburgs, who end up being so inbred that the line disappears.
Anna Nielsen on Monday, somehow inbreeding came up in our Tolkien talk on Monday, and she commented that the Habsburgs weren't as inbred as many people think.
No.
So we'll put that out there, but they are the family.
Mr. Brown, absolutely correct.
Brown's right. What happened?
Alabama, Bradford, Batley, Luton. You know where I'm going with that, don't you?
I don't get it.
Well, we're not British. We haven't seen these fine.
Hold on, let's see.
These fine regions. But yeah, Alabama. I can say that because everyone does. That's what I'm hiding behind. I'm in North Florida.
Poor people from Alabama. I mean, come on.
We've been listening to a YouTuber called Lazy. He calls himself the janitor of YouTube. He does some spoofs on social media stuff and everything, commentary, but somehow Alabama keeps coming up when it comes to I don't know. It's just become a thing, but I think in all stereotypes there is a semblance of truth somewhere. And a lot of times these truths can be
back
found.
in the back in the day, but I don't.
We
think...
haven't been there yet, Liza. So
there I heard Alabama's very.
I've
heard Alabama's very
the Top
pretty.
Gear episode where they were like being chased out of Alabama. That was kind of scary.
I don't trust the Top Gear episode. I would like to see Alabama. I would love to see Tennessee. I would love to see more of Virginia. I would love to see West Virginia. I mean.
Oh, no. We live in rural South, and it is different than the stereotypes. It is different than the stereotypes.
My question then for you, Liza, would be: would you be going to see West Virginia as John Denver or Olivia Newton-John?
Okay, first of all,
I'm sorry.
First of all, that song about West Virginia was originally written about Germantown, Maryland.
Was that?
That was the original song of Country
You mean
Roads.
Country
It
Roads?
doesn't have the same. It doesn't have the same ring to it.
But doesn't matter because I used to live there. So trust me, I know about Country Roads.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, as a person who may in the future build a cigar box Mountain Dulcimer, I do want to see West Virginia.
I love how you almost said Mountain Dew there.
Oh, Mountain Dulcimer.
Yeah, but I found out recently Mountain Dew was invented in Tennessee. I was like, what? 1948. Yeah.
Wow.
Invented. Wow. Well, there's a lot of people around here do drink Mountain Dew. It is.
I don't like Mountain Dew. Never liked Mountain Dew. And since we moved up here to North Florida, we haven't had a soda, not one.
Yep.
Not
I mean,
one.
we're not drinking soda anymore.
No. Stay away from the high fructose corn syrup, people.
Oh, the only sodas I drink are Mexican Coke and Yaros.
What's Mexican Coke?
It's a
Real
little
sugar.
different than Bolivian Coke.
Real, it's real sugar Coca-Cola.
Wait, hold on a second. You mean it is the real thing, which Coke hasn't been since 1929?
Yeah, no, it does not have Coca nor cola in it.
Okay.
Everyone forgets that the cola nut is another stimulant.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
Well,
need
I mean,
stimulants.
cane sugar stuff is certainly better than
Yeah,
high
and how-
fructose corn syrup, but it still affects the immune system. Try not to have it too often.
Oh, not too often. But I also just recently got some Haros sodas, lime, pineapple, strawberry, and mandarin.
Oh, nice.
If you need sweet honey or fruit,
Yes.
Oh, I
I've
do.
been
I do
doing
honey.
the,
I do honey all the
dried-
time.
I've been doing dried tart cherry and
honey
dried
like it?
blueberries, and it's really nice. That's the actual fruit.
Loves
just
it.
dried.
Fructose, people are always telling people, again, I'm not a doctor, don't take medical advice from me, but I've heard that fructose isn't as much of a problem as people who say don't drink fruit juice.
Well,
say
the
it
ones
is.
you get in the grocery store, a lot of them
for
aren't
sure.
really fruit
No. I'm
But
talking
you
about
get
the
real
natural
fruit juice.
stuff
Yeah.
without any preservatives.
Yep.
As long as
That's why.
Yeah.
Also, as long as you don't have sugar issues like diabetes, then you
Yeah.
still got to watch it.
Right.
That's why I buy Martinelli's apple juice. It is pure apple juice. It actually tastes like you're eating an apple. It's the best apple juice in the world.
Nice.
And bourbon loves it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a
I
nice.
love
It sounds
the
like an
apples,
interesting
I love
mix.
the blueberries. I love the tart cherries and mango.
If
But
I
anyway,
if I wanted to make a really obscure comment, Dutch, I'd ask if your honey comes out of the sea wearing a bikini.
Nope. Comes out wearing clamshells.
Clams. Okay.
Sounds like a Bo Derek reference.
No, it's an Ursula Andress reference.
Oh, right. Dr. No.
Yeah, Honey Rider was her character.
I forgot that.
Oh, Aphrodite did actually come from
Yeah,
the sea,
Aphrodite did.
apparently.
Yep.
All right, so it's the future. I'm thinking of Morgan.
She was quite a gorgeous actress, played Aphrodite in Hercules and Xena, actually. Alexander something.
Oh, Xena, that would be something interesting to do on this stream too. Lawrence, did you watch Xena? I watched Xena growing up.
If anybody knows me that much, I am not. I like my historical period to be good. I don't care. I could watch Hercules and Xena all day long and not give a shite that in approximately 50 years of her lifespan, Xena visits Troy and Camelot. I don't care.
Alexander,
When they made
Camelot?
this,
Oh, gosh.
it was like around that time period when they were doing Hercules and Xena, right? That was
Yeah.
like 90s.
Yeah,
Alexandra Tidings is who you're
That's
thinking
it.
of.
Thank you. Yep. Cheers. Yep.
And a good name, Alexandra.
Mhm.
Well, anyway, so
Well, she was a
Merlin
babe.
is concerned about Morgan. What? Wait a minute. He's talking to Morgan.
It's the future I'm thinking of, Morgan.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She couldn't care less
thinking
about the
of
country.
Morgan. He's thinking of Morgan. I'm talking
No,
to you, Morgan.
but she had said, I don't care about this country. And he goes, it's the future I'm thinking of, Morgan. Oh, you would think of the future, Merlin, because the past is too painful.
Mm-hmm.
You used Osa to be king. You helped him seduce my mother and destroyed me.
As Captain Sheridan said, you can't build a castle on sand. It just won't stand, Len.
Mhm.
In the end, you begot Mordred.
Oh,
Good grief, did you
Uh-oh.
put it around?
Who's he? Yeah, just as surely as Queen Mab and Arthur. I know that, but I can live with it. Just as you have to live with the fact that Mordred will be king.
We
She's
see
right,
Mordred.
though. She's right.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, you can't right two. You can't right two wrongs. I'm getting the saying wrong.
Can't right a wrong with another wrong.
Exactly. You can't right another wrong with another wrong. And so that's what Merlin did. And she has a point here. He does have to deal with Mordred now. He caused that problem.
I mean, here's the thing. Yeah. I mean, Merlin is responsible in many ways for manipulating what happened in the past. But this Mordred is not exactly, going to be a
stable,
a good leader. I mean, we're talking about, some serious child rearing issues here on the fact of Morgan. So even though she, like many evil characters, speaks the truth at points, it's also avoiding some other really inconvenient truths.
Yeah. And honestly, there are plenty of times where you can right a wrong with another wrong. Saying two wrongs don't make a right is trite, but there are plenty of situations where another wrong can fix a wrong.
It will come back to bite you.
It can, I'm sure.
It always does.
But here I can understand him not wanting this Mordred to take the throne.
Wait. What Eliza just said. On Revenge of the Sixth Day, only a Sith speaks in absolutes.
Hey.
And when I love that line because it's like, that's an absolute, you moron.
Yeah.
What? Did you call her a moron?
No,
he called me a Sith. He called me a Sith Lord.
But I mean, just as long as you don't call her.
How dare you, Dutch Gradient, call me a Sith Lord?
Well, I just said that only.
I just said she's a Sith lady. Be correct.
All I said was
I
said was only Siths deal in absolutes, which itself is an absolute.
Well, that is also going on another big if. Is Star Wars correct?
No, it's not. Again, because the guy who says that is not a Sith, but he's using an absolute. Idiot.
Well, in any case, the people that don't get things wrong are the people that wrote this one. So we see Mordred here about to throw sharp objects.
Was anybody else rather worried about that kid holding a knife?
Play with sharp objects.
It's only a mole. It's probably rubber.
Yeah.
Why is that exclamation point so small?
Right, Mr. Brown.
Just read the line.
No, that can never be.
And then we see the flying action there.
Good catch.
Yep. They're both good catches because eventually Mab gets some things thrown her way.
Merlin's a guest. Don't be naughty. He just wants attention.
Well, if you'd actually sort of arranged to have him with the proper father and married the father, he'd have a father figure.
Mm-hmm.
He needs.
Yeah.
And I won't make the obvious comment there regarding demographics.
You get all you want when you're king.
Uh-huh.
And he will be, Merlin. He's Arthur's son. What about the old ways, Morgan?
Oh, that's an interesting point, though. What if Arthur has another son? This one may be first, but he's also
a bastard.
Sisterly.
Yeah, well,
sisterly and out of wedlock. If he has another son through Guinevere, Mordred is his only chance then is war.
And this is prior to the Archbishop of Canterbury, because he would always be the one to answer questions like these. But
what about the old ways, Morgan?
Unless That's where the legend of Merlin comes from. Maybe he was the first Archbishop of Canterbury.
Well, you're in no position to lecture me on what I can or can't do. Besides, the old ways have been good to me. They gave me a son. And made me beautiful. Oh, poor Morgan. It's only an illusion. Beauty is always an illusion, Merlin. Didn't you know that?
Yeah, he knows that. He's trying to teach Nimue that.
Oh, another clip.
Yes, we got another clip because I like how these guys make their entrance. Let me see here. This is number 2. I did get my clips loaded in, but they're out of
We thought we'd come in the traditional way, through the door.
I like the hair wagging that. I like the hair wagging that Martin Short does.
No, but that's a brilliant line. We'll come in through the door. I mean, literally through the door.
Well, I like his answer, though. He answered the traditional way to open it first.
Yeah, he does say that. And they're there. Do it.
It's traditional to open it first.
What a tradition.
Mordred, look who's here. Your Auntie Mab and Uncle Frick.
It's been ages, Master Merlin. Do you ever think of the old school where I tried to teach you the fundamentals of magic?
Oh, yes, I'm sure he does. That was a few weeks ago.
He could have been my star pupil, Morgan. But he proved
disappointing. But you won't, will you, Mordred?
Isn't he handsome? Handsome is as handsome dies. What does that mean? I've never really understood the phrase.
Auntie always brings you lots of lovely toys.
And
a clown.
Now the shirt there's cool.
Yeah. But he's a ginger. You know that's trouble.
Oh, no. He'll never be Doctor Who. And what happens here? There we go.
You see, Merlin, you took my family away from me. Now I have a new one. It won't last, Morgan. Nothing does. Can't you see? Oh,
can't you see it? Feel it? I'm winning, Merlin. I have the precious gift of patience. It'll be years before Mordred can claim the throne, but I can wait. Time means nothing to me. You'll be the death of Arthur and the end of...
Oh, sorry. Talking to Mordred.
You'll be the death of Arthur and the end of all poor Merlin's dreams. Won't you, my sweetie? Oh, look, the big bad wizard can't do a thing.
That's because he's not a big bad wizard, dear.
But here, Merlin is saying...
Yeah, that's where it ends. That scene ends, and he's walking out.
And then he says, pull my fingers.
He likes to use his fingers. It's finger magic. And there we see, a goose fart. No, it is the Lady of the Lake.
Merlin, you're troubled again. Still the same cry for help, lady. Your sister Mab grows more powerful, and I grow weaker. What can I do? I have to find a man to guard the throne while Arthur goes questing for the Holy Grail.
Now, the Lady of the Lake doesn't have any advice on this. I mean, who came up with the Grail quest idea? I'm trying to remember. Was it her?
I think it was Karl Marx.
Originally, the original thing for the quest for the Grail.
I know Nimue tells Merlin about the Grail.
Yeah, but I don't know in this. I mean, because this is why they've conflated a lot of things here. Because in a lot of timings, as for example, Excalibur, they go questing for the Grail after the land falls into sickness to heal Arthur and to heal the land, because they still have the pagan idea of the land and the king of one. So that's why they generally go hunting the Grail. Why they particularly hunt for the Grail in this, I don't think it's ever.
I think Arthur just declared that he was going to do it.
Yeah. I was thinking about this the other day. This actually, as miniseries, actually, it's almost as if someone as if Merlin is cherry picking and mixing out large chunks of exposition. It's not it's not actually a fully coherent story from the point of view of Arthur. We don't know why he's seeking in this.
Right.
So, I was thinking this. It's almost as if he's checking bits and pieces from a longer tale, which he probably is. To be fair, when we find out that it's been told by him almost at the end, at the very end.
Colin, in Le Morte d'Arthur is like, why does Arthur go questing for the Holy Grail?
I'm not sure. To my shame, I've never read Le Morte d'Arthur, but I say a lot of the times I think it's because it's to heal the land. It's because the Holy Grail is.
I read it. I read it so long ago. I do not remember. I'm going to Google it. Hold on.
Yeah, all right. I'll let you do that, Liza, because it gets to be pretty wordy. Because I'm just trying to remember in this. I remember Nimue mentioning the Holy Grail and its properties to Merlin. I think, but I'm trying to remember. I don't remember Merlin telling Arthur he should do it. I don't remember the Lady of the Lake saying to Merlin that this is something you should try to do.
No, so I don't think she's.
It just seemed
because amongst other things, if you think it through, which is just go to me, the Lady of the Lake and Mab would not be connected with the Holy Grail because they're the old ways. The Holy Grail is the distinctly
Christian,
in this concept, the Holy Grail, the Holy Grail, as in the Cup of Christ, is a distinctly Christian and therefore new magic, new ways artifact.
Oh, okay. I got an answer. It's quite interesting, actually. Not what I was expecting. AI overview from Gemini says in Mallory's Le Morte d'Arthur, King Arthur did not actually go on the quest for the Holy Grail himself.
No, he sent his knights on it.
Yeah, rather his knights embarked on it, and Arthur actively opposed the quest because he knew it would break up the Round Table Fellowship. Here's a quick breakdown of how the quest started and why Arthur tried to stop it. 1. The spark. During the Feast of Pentecost, the Holy Grail, covered in white samite, mysteriously appeared in the Great Hall, feeding all the knights with divine food and drink before vanishing. Sir Gawain, inspired by the vision and seeking spiritual glory, Sir Gawain swore an oath to ride out on a quest to see the Grail uncovered. Because of Gawain's high status, the other knights felt compelled to follow suit and swore the same oath. Arthur's grief. When King Arthur learned of the collective vow, he was deeply upset. According to Mallory, Arthur's objections were the fellowship would break up, there would be high casualties, and he thought that his knights were morally unready to claim the Grail. And the tragic outcome, Arthur's fears were realized, while a few pure knights, Galahad, Percival, and Bors, achieved the ultimate spiritual vision of the Grail. Most of the round table was scattered and killed, signaling the beginning of the kingdom's ultimate decline.
Dun, 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 dun.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
So I remember that Arthur doesn't usually go. Interesting. A lot of the sort of post-medieval Arthurian literature and canon doesn't really involve Arthur at all. He's in it as a peripheral figure mentioned. I've seen it's about the knights. It's about relatives. It's about he has a cousin, for example. One of the is it grade? I can't remember. But there's one of the knights. One of the sagas is about his cousin. Things like this.
Yeah, I mean, in some tellings, the Grail quest comes after Guinevere and Lancelot.
Yeah.
And it's like the Grail is to purify that sin or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I remember.
I think that's how they do it in Excalibur, if I remember correct.
Yeah.
And, well, we don't know. Liza, can you check that? In Mallory, Arthur doesn't want to do the quest, and he says why. But what was the cause for the quest? Just that vision at the dinner? Or was that like an answer to the problem with Guinevere, or was it just the land wasn't producing?
According to what I found, that Sir Gawain was so inspired to go find it, and he was a high-ranking member of the table. Hey, so there's another myth debunked. Not everyone at the round table was equal in status.
The whole idea of the round table was that everybody was equal in status. So
yes, well, at least if we're to believe AI, in Mallory's.
Well, I am currently reading it again. I just haven't gotten to the Grail yet.
Well, no, of course, not everyone sitting at the table was equal in status. It was while they sat at the table, everyone was equal.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yes.
They're going to be equal in rank, I suppose, but the deeds of some are going to be more well known than others.
And the king is always going to be the king.
And he always has the keys to the executive washroom.
Exactly. By the way, I have shared an image that was inspired by Colin. It looks a little risque, but it is not. Trust me. This was an image that was shown on television back in the day. That is the inimitable Alexandra Tidings as Aphrodite.
Oh yes, I remember from Hercules.
Hubba squared.
Mm-hmm.
From Hercules and Xena.
Hercules and Xena, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
and
those are series to check out again. I'll have to find another day a week to stream them, though.
And the actress that I can't remember who she played, but she's still married to Kevin Sorbo.
Oh wow!
Oh,
I'm not sure if they were married before the series because she's in the credits as Sam Sorbo. So I'm not sure if they were married, if they met or what. But I know, I believe they're still married.
That's a romantic story there. Something
Kevin Sorbo still does work. I mean, much of it to deal with, we'll just say, life and.
Well, I don't know. Is he actually? I don't know if he's connected to Angel Studios, who are in a bit of headlines at the moment. But I know he left General Hollywood because he's very much he's quite a. He's seen as quite the right wing. What he actually is a Christian.
Yeah.
This says that she's married to Ben Lozato.
Oh, it's interesting.
And it has 3 children with him.
Oh, who? Sam Sorbo.
Alexander Tidings.
Oh, right. Thank you. That's okay. Oh, no. All right. No. There's an actor, a brown-haired actress called Sam Sorbo.
Oh. I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about her.
No, sorry. No. I said and also the fact that
she's an also appearing.
She is the granddaughter of Millard E. Tidings, former U.S. representative in 1923 to 27, and U.S. senator from Maryland, 1927 to 51. And the great-granddaughter of Joseph E. Davies, first chairman of the Federal Trade Commission, U.S. ambassador to the USSR, Belgium, and Luxembourg, Wow.
Wow.
Well,
she's got a pedigree.
That's something
she
with
went,
diplomatic government. Yeah.
And she became an actress.
well, in that case, I think
Hmm.
you're between a rock and a hard place. It's like leaving Washington to go to Hollywood.
And she was once a bassist and a singer for 2 punk bands.
Awesome.
And looked like that. Wow.
Ah.
But meanwhile,
So,
Arthur.
She. I say
Go on,
Sam Sorbo married Kevin Sorbo in 1998.
Oh, wow.
And the first of the her credits are 1996 for Hercules. So she may have appeared. Well, I remember her being obviously for the name that she was guessing in that one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
but Arthur has to find a man who will guard the throne while Arthur seeks the Holy Grail. The temptation will be to seize the crown while he's gone.
More than that.
You need a man pure in heart. I've tried to find him before.
He doesn't. Wait, who's saying he doesn't exist?
That's the thing. I think it's him at this point because remember she's about to suggest
it's
one.
Merlin. Yeah.
I think it's her because it's still lowercase he. But go on.
No,
so
it's Merlin saying he doesn't exist.
He doesn't exist.
The answer is that joyous guard. My ship will take you.
Now, this is an interesting question of extreme pedantry.
Mm-hmm.
Because pedantry and expectations. Because the question he asked, it's not the question she answers.
No, it's not.
Not quite the question that she answers.
Pedantry. Is that one of those words you can say on YouTube or not?
Yeah, I mean, pedantry means being very. Yeah, I'm being pedantic right now when I say yes, it's pedantry, not pedantry.
Yes, exactly.
It means slow paced.
No, it means being very particular and picky.
Oh, okay.
Like you're getting into the nitty gritty, and you're picking every nit.
Yeah.
That's being pedantic.
Yeah.
Although I've never really understood. I've never understood that as being an insulting thing to say. Think, oh, you're just a nitpicker. You should be glad I'm a nitpicker. Otherwise, the whole thing will be lousy.
Exactly.
Well, it depends on what nit is being picked.
Nits are bad. They're baby lice.
Yeah.
In this case, it's I don't know. If anything, he's still screwed up.
Oh yeah.
He made the wrong pick, and so it's like. I don't think she was nitpicky enough.
It was like a dream of a dream. The skies parted and I saw the dream come alive before my eyes. That was someday they'll describe me.
What the heck?
I think that is how someday.
That was someday they'll describe me, Arthur. This is why you never start with me. That was someday they'll describe Arthur, Guinevere, Camelot, and me as a dream. See, yeah, always put the me or I at the end of a series.
Yeah.
Same thing there. Ooh, somebody wearing a mini crown.
Yeah, they show a brief glimpse of who he was supposed to select. Well, the kid goes too, but
who are you?
I am Merlin, the wizard.
So this is his first meeting, and he just thinks, "Oh, it's just a kid. Show me a man."
Yeah, exactly.
There aren't any wizards left.
I'm the last of them. Same words.
Who are you?
Oh, sorry. Who are you?
Galahad. I'm a good man.
No, you're not. Go away, little boy.
My mother's the Lady Elaine, and my father is Lancelot.
Lancelot. Ooh, that sounds like a heroic name.
Now, I think this is the first telling where Galahad is Lancelot's son.
Yeah, that's not how it goes in Mallory's tale, at least.
Well, certainly not in Monty Python.
Right. Speaking of which, I found the answer to your question, Lawrence. Where the Lancelot Guinevere affair takes place in Le Morte d'Arthur, whether it was before the Grail quest or after. It says Sir Thomas Mallory's Le Morte d'Arthur, the Holy Grail quest, happens after the initial establishment of Lancelot and Guinevere's affair, but the fallout and climax of their story occurs after the quest, kind of like what happens here. We're gonna see, and apparently, in Le Morte d'Arthur, Mordred attempts to marry Guinevere.
Everything I am reading here says Galahad is the son or the illegitimate son of Lancelot and Elaine.
Weird, though.
Yep.
In Le Morte d'Arthur?
And in everything here.
Oh.
Wow.
And apparently in some tellings, Lancelot was drugged and ended up raping Elaine.
Oh.
Yeah, I think there may be some things that because of Galahad, because of how Galahad came about, that's why Lancelot is not fit to see the Grail, or at least not fit to touch the Grail. I think now you're saying it.
In Le Morte d'Arthur, he becomes a priest.
Who,
Galahad does?
No,
Lancelot.
Lancelot.
Lancelot, that's right. Lancelot does.
Well, Guinevere becomes a nun.
She becomes a nun, and Mordred tried to force her into marriage, which is really weird. Okay.
Wow. So the Lancelot being father of Galahad was something I did not know. Well, I didn't get to it yet in Le Morte, but the other thing is a lot of the stories, a lot of the tellings we see from Hollywood don't involve that. So I guess that was a good thing they went back to that here.
Well, if you think about it logically, I can see what, depending upon when it happens and how they time it, the only way I could actually see Mordred having a reason to try to force Guinevere to marry him is if he survives Arthur, but he doesn't. Because as long as she's married to Arthur, he has no. She can't marry another man.
Yeah.
Which, interestingly, is the big thing that Penelope holds on to for 20 years in the Odyssey. That as long as her husband may be alive, she cannot marry another man.
Right.
All right, I've just verified it is that story in Le Morte d'Arthur, illegitimate son of Sir Lancelot and Elaine.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep. I didn't know that until I looked it up tonight.
Well, here they didn't do the
I've forgotten it.
illegitimacy thing. Here they made them look like, at least until Lancelot screws up, made them look like, a wholesome family.
Exactly. I've come here to find a man to defend King Arthur and his kingdom. Not a boy, a man. But he must be a good man, pure in heart. Not a boy again, a man. You've found him.
That was very good.
No, I told you, not the boy. Has to be a man.
Oh, he's got a nice little headband thing on there.
He does.
All right, there we see. And she even has I don't know what that is, but floral headpiece.
It looks like a crownlet.
Yeah, it's you have to remember that crowns aren't the only type of headgear.
Right.
I mean, headbands, sort of hold the hair back.
Circlets.
Women, circlets, diadems, I think that might be called. There's a lot of these things, especially for women's hair decorations.
Yeah, that's a bit large for a diadem, though.
During
Yeah.
this time, Colin, I remember you saying that married women would have had to cover their hair.
I
Is
don't
that
think
correct?
no, this that's more in the actual
Medieval age.
medieval, the full on medieval
Right.
age sort of
The high medieval, late
the
medieval.
high to late,
Okay.
but sort of Norman era and after that. But I don't think
Okay.
it was in this one because if they're setting this in 5th, 6th century, then which you can see, I mean, a lot of their clothing and even the jewelry is still very reminiscent of Roman.
Yep.
Okay,
very.
I see. I see.
And that certainly was not a thing in Rome. Roman women didn't necessarily cover their hair.
Yeah,
It would have been hard to put that on the Romans.
Yeah, we need the Puritans to come along before the covering of the hair can be done.
Yeah.
Well, we move along.
It was all too easy. You're sure this is what you want?
Yeah, here's Guinevere. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, sorry, no.
No, that's
You're sure this is what you want? It's not what I want, it's what you want.
Yeah, you could have had the same conversation between Arthur and Guinevere because it was Arthur's idea to do the Grail quest in this telling.
Wristbands
And
again.
And
Yeah.
she wasn't necessarily happy with it.
Colin,
And then
that
this
really
one-
annoys you.
More writbands.
Yeah,
Everyone's an archer.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Everyone's
exactly.
playing tennis.
Now, Wonder Woman, I can understand having them. There's a reason for them.
Da-da-da-da. I can't hold you back. It's your chance for one last great adventure. And to cheat on me with some other woman.
Yeah.
I should have
Well,
known.
she goes. Oh, wait a minute. Does she actually go to Camelot, or she stays?
No, she
No.
sends him off and she stays there with
Yeah.
Galahad.
So yeah, because I thought maybe they went along, and she was just staying there, but no. Yeah, it was hard to tell. Like when Mab makes her appearance later, it was hard for me to tell whether she was there in Camelot or if she was back here in this island.
Is she? I'm trying to remember.
But man, they had an island to themselves. That was cool.
That's not that great an idea.
Well,
I mean, you need other people for some things.
That may not be an island. That may be the coast of France.
Oh, true.
Remember, he's Lancelot du Lac.
Yeah.
Joyeuse
Oh.
Garde is definitely French.
Oh.
Yeah,
Joyeuse
that is
Garde may
French.
well be in France.
Yeah.
He's
Could well be it's meant to be in France.
He's crossing the English Channel in a monoreme.
Yeah.
Not even a trireme.
Yes, but it's a magic one from the Lady of the Lake, remember?
This
There
is
we
true.
go.
I forgot.
There we
Thank you.
go.
Mhm.
All I'm thinking is he's gonna sink.
Oh man. But anyway.
The channel is very unforgiving.
Yeah.
I don't even live anywhere near it, and I know that.
I want one of those for the Suwannee.
What, a monoreme?
Oh yeah.
Oh, here, it would have been obvious. Galahad,
Uh-oh.
protect your mother while I'm away.
Hmm.
Well, Galahad, well, it's tough. Mothers, Mama decided to do something. But anyway,
My lords, ladies,
it's time for a Renaissance fair.
and snotheads.
It's not the Renaissance yet, but you can dream of it.
A lot of Renaissance fairs should it should be called medieval/Renaissance fair.
It's funny.
Have you noticed that?
The one in Maryland is a fantastic one. It gets too crowded, unfortunately. But at the end of the year, the final weekend always is wrong weekend. It's the weekend where if you always dressed as a lord and your wife dresses as a lady, you dress as a lady and she dresses as a lord for a wrong weekend. If you've always dressed as a knight, you dress as a knave. If you've always dressed as a jester, you dress as a monk. Things like that.
All right.
Unfortunately, it became Halloween. You'd have people dressed as stormtroopers. You'd have people
Oh, boy.
dressed as, World War II soldiers. It's like, come on.
It sounds like Lawrence's, AI photo ops.
Worse.
Yeah.
Worse.
Really?
Oh,
No.
God. Yeah, it got ridiculous.
Oh, no.
I mean, Wrong Weekend made sense. And then they extended it to the last 2 weekends. It's like, oh, come on.
Oh, Lord. Oh, dear.
I went to a Renaissance fair. The best one that I've ever been to was one that I went to in Kansas City in a forest. It was beautiful.
If you ever get the chance to check out Maryland's, check it out. It is also in a forest, and it is just immense and glorious. And I'm sure they still have the beehive there.
The beehive? What's
There's
that?
a beehive behind glass, and you can watch the bees working around. You can even spot the queen sometimes.
Wow.
And there's like a little chimney at the top that the bees go out of and back into as they're pollinating all the flowers around the place.
Super cool.
Yep. And of course they sell beeswax stuff and honey there and all sorts of stuff.
I love that type of stuff. Love it.
Well, it's one thing I've noticed about, I must have obviously never been to a Ren fair, but from what I've seen of them, and again, this is purely, as I say, selecting, they seem to be, they seem to be very much, what's the way I'm trying to, romanticized.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
But you sort of seem to get your bar wenches with your big cannons, shall we say?
Yes.
if one may quote from the recent JP Morgan thing, and
they got huge tracts of land.
Exactly. Yeah. And that sort of that. So very. I mean, creative anachronism, or a lot of it seems to be very, very, as I say, romanticized. Although
they actually have porta potties instead of holes in the ground.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I've got no problem with that as long as they're hidden behind a tree. I have no problem whatsoever with anything like that. But I mean,
funniest thing I ever saw at the Maryland one was one day when it was raining. There will be people walking around with nuts or with pretzels or with whatever they're trying to sell, and the guy with pretzels is saying, "Pretzels, hot fresh pretzels, get them here." And the day it was raining, we were there. He's going, "Wetzels, get your fresh soggy Wetzels."
Oh god! Wait, so this Renaissance fair is on year round? It's not a seasonal thing?
No. It's only end of summer into fall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's when it should be.
It runs like 6 or 8 weeks, I forget.
Wow.
But only on the
pretty
weekends.
Long. That's pretty long.
Yeah.
That is, yeah.
And
They
but
should
the thing
have
is,
Renaissance fairs in the spring and medieval fairs in the fall.
But it definitely has a lot of tree cover, which is very nice in the summer.
Oh yes, I know it. I know it.
I find the interesting. What I find particularly interesting and in a good way.
Colin, what do you find interesting?
Is that you guys over there have only the same. There seems to feel like shared diversity in Australia as well. People, you guys, no, diversity. Yeah, but who's? I mean, I've met the guy. He's a nice guy. He's really good. He's
I don't doubt it.
But that you've got 200, 300 years. So all of this stuff has nothing to do with your nation's history whatsoever.
No, not at all.
But you still have sufficient passion, interest in it to do it. I can thoroughly understand why you have people who do the War of Independence. I don't know what because I know you have a huge Civil War reenactment.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Community. I don't know what I don't know what you have for other eras, because I know over here we used to have. I know one of the first guys I knew in reenactment. He was English Civil War reenactment, but he also had done American Civil War reenactment over here. So I know we have this thing, but
or just modeling colonial villages and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
I
Daniel
mean,
Boone Homestead, where you could go to see how bread was made and all these
yeah,
things.
I mean, any of that is it's fantastic. And as I said, I mean, the fact that we've got an excuse, we've got this is our, we've got people whose ancestors here did this,
Mm-hmm.
whereas you guys have got ancestors who did this, but you did this back in another country that you guys fought to get away from, which is fine.
Again, my late friend got to visit Gettysburg and got to meet the guy who was doing the reenactment and playing my friend's great-great-grandfather.
Wow.
Yeah, who was at the Battle of Gettysburg, but was told to guard the North Road, and so therefore didn't get to see any action.
Back further than that, further than our history with the Ren fairs and stuff.
Yeah.
Although,
by the way, the Maryland Renaissance Festival is set in the 16th century with Henry VIII visiting the village of Rebel Grove.
I said that will be the Renaissance. I mean, again, the Renaissance it's if we're talking these things again, and this is obviously going to be not a tangent, but it's odd because when did the Renaissance start? Well, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I go by the music dates, which tend to be a little behind the others.
1450 for music stuff, I guess, for European.
What? And yet, I said in this country, in Britain and England in particular, we have very definite dates for some of these things. We don't actually necessarily have the Renaissance per se over here. That happened in Europe. We had it, but because we have, as I said before, we have 3 very definite dates. The only date that is not very almost down to the day is when you go from the high medieval to the late medieval, because the early medieval period starts in 410 AD when the Romans leave.
Yeah.
The high medieval period starts in 1066 with the Battle of Hastings. The medieval period ends in 1485 with the Battle of Bosworth Field. We can literally do at least one of those. We can do to the day when the historical medieval period ends, because we then go into the Tudors, and the Tudors 1500s. Henry VIII, etc. Yes, that is definitely Renaissance. But as I think Dorsey Alton or someone put it, no one got up the day after the Battle of Bosworth and said, "Oh, the Middle Ages are over. We're going to do something completely different." No, in some ways and attitudes, you look at things like medicine. The Middle Ages attitude that went on into the 1700s in some ways. Right. And yet some of the things with the Enlightenment and the Renaissance in art and all the rest of it, that goes back to the 1300s. Da Vinci and things like this. So it's not a. So when you call something a Renaissance fair, I can understand. I mean, I would even possibly think about it. You might say Renaissance fair. It's not the Renaissance as in capital R Renaissance, the period of time after Middle Ages. It's Renaissance of a historical period.
So, that's cool.
Possibly, if you think about it, a Renaissance.
Well, yeah. I mean, as long as they don't have stormtroopers walking around.
Well, yeah, obviously. But you do your history.
Yeah. But it's funny, you mentioned the Tudors, because I don't know if anyone here is familiar with the Steve Martin comedy LA Story.
Yeah.
Brilliant movie.
A very good one. We can do that sometime, actually.
At one point, he's showing off some of the houses in his neighborhood to the British woman he's falling in love with, and he says, "Here we have a Tudor mansion, and this is a four-door mansion." I love that line.
Who's the actress? It's a matter of interest.
Oh gosh, who is that?
He was married to her for a bit.
I was going to say, is it the one he married? Because I know he's married to an English actress.
I don't think
it.
Victoria Tennant.
Yes,
Victoria
Tennant. I just wondered because I know Steve Martin was married to an English actress for quite a while. Yeah, I can't remember what number. Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Oh gosh, they were only married 8 years.
Really?
Yeah, 86 to 94.
Wow.
But she's been married to Kirk Stambler since '96.
Oh,
Good for them.
Well, everybody finds somebody eventually, and what do
You're
we have?
nobody till somebody loves you.
You know, Colin, it's so strange that really when you study the history of Western European music, you know, there weren't many English composers that were highlighted, except in the Renaissance. English composers kind of I mean, when we talk about Western music of the Renaissance, that's where the English composers shine. We know Thomas Morley, William Byrd, Thomas Tallis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I know because I know the. I mean, again, we can again
John
attack-
Tavener, and then we don't hear about like in like standard music history classes. You don't hear about English composers again until we start talking about Benjamin
Handel.
Britten in the 20th century.
Well, no, Handel in the Baroque.
Yeah, but Handel was German. He moved to England.
But he moved to England and then composed in the English style.
In Italian.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He had water music, which was
part of
the what was it, the coronation ceremony or something like that.
Well, the interesting is you said about the music. I mean, that's not something I know a great deal about at all. But I do know, but other than as an adjunct to something else I know. But you say that, but it's interesting because a lot of the style of Arthuriana from the Middle Ages actually comes out from the jongleur and the troubadour tradition down in the south of France and Spain, and it comes up there from Aquitaine. And there's a very good reason it comes up from a place called Aquitaine. Her name is Helena. And if you want to look at a strong female who really issued power throughout history, I give you Helena of Aquitaine.
He's got a knife. You've got a knife. I've got a knife. We've all got knives. It's the middle of the 13th century and we're all barbarians.
Yes. No, but Helena of Aquitaine married Henry II, was mother to Richard the Lionheart and King John.
King John. That's the Magna Carta King John, right?
Yep, that's Magna Carta King John. But if you've ever seen The Lion in Winter,
that's what I quoted.
Is Catherine Hepburn. Catherine Hepburn?
Beautifully played that role.
Yeah. He's Helena of Aquitaine. And she was and to the point that when she divorced the King of France and married young Henry II, or not Henry II as to be, but young Prince Henry, she actually took the entire southern France with her. It was hers, not her husband's. She was from Aquitaine, and she took that. And that's why the Algerine Empire came about in the first place. Because by marrying Helena of Aquitaine, Henry Plantagenet, yes, that's where the name comes from, suddenly owned half of southern France. And then when his mum comes to an agreement with Stephen of Blois, or King Stephen, she'll give up her claim to be the king, even though she was promised, even though her dad, Henry II, Henry I, made everybody promise to recognise Matilda or Maud as rightful monarch, and they then went back on it, went for Stephen. She then massive, like the anarchy, which is one of the things that Game of Thrones is based on. And if you ever seen Cadfael, that's when that's set. Back and forth. Her son, as I said, her son is Henry. He marries Helena of Aquitaine, and then they come to an agreement. Stephen and Maud come to an agreement that okay, I'll give up my throne. You can be king, but my son is going to be king after you. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we end the anarchy. I'm sure there won't be anything problems at all. There aren't. Stephen dies shortly thereafter, and Henry takes over. And
that
that's the end of us.
Yep, and becomes probably one of our greatest kings. He's remembered for one off the cuff phrase.
Oh,
Henry
will no one rid me of this turbulent beast?
Yes. Oh, yes.
And the entire history behind that is what nobody ever actually thinks to look at.
Oh,
but that quote predated Shakespeare.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah. It did. Whether they were the exact words or not, it definitely happened. But the backstory for that is that and this is going to be another tangent. I do apologise for this. Welcome to Colin Does History. Alex should be
Colin,
here.
we love you for this. Keep going, man.
You've got Henry. When Henry comes to the throne, you've got
Henry II or Henry I?
Henry II. When Peter O'Toole comes to the throne, I don't remember who it was. I was trying to work out his name was. When Lawrence of Arabia, no, sorry, let's go too far. When Henry II, Peter O'Toole comes to the throne, you've literally got two-tier justice systems in this country. And this is something which has plagued Europe for hundreds of years since then.
Wow.
You've literally got civil courts which come under the king. This is where we get the court from. The idea of a court is King's Court, and that's where the justice comes from. That the whole thing comes down there. And you get clergy. The clergy have this thing called benefit of clergy, and if you can claim benefit of clergy, basically it means you can be tried in an ecclesiastical court, not a crown court, not the King's Court.
Separation of
Thank God we don't have anything like that going on today. Oh wait.
Yeah, but the thing is that you can, and ecclesiastical courts are always much lighter on these things. So, for example, I mean, as I said, you still had these things happening in some places where the church has got power in the 20th century. You would have a priest would be accused of something, whatever. It may be as simple as, okay, he's been bonking his housekeeper, whatever, something, and the church moves him to another parish.
Yep.
Right now, this is going on, and you've got this thing called benefit of clergy, and basically, because the clergy are the only ones who are really literate at this period in time. I mean, people can do some writing, they can mark their name and this sort of thing, but the clergy are the only ones that are truly literate. You have to be able to read a couple of verses. I know one was called the hanging verse. It was one of the Psalms. You could actually read it. The problem was people could actually memorize it. And if you did it, you could claim benefit of clergy. Therefore, you're claimed in an ecclesiastical. Even if you're accused of murder, you claim benefit of clergy, clerical court, ecclesiastical court. Anyway,
wow.
Rules for thee, not for me.
Henry II does not like this. Henry II is a lawmaker. He is a great lawmaker. He's one of his best mates from childhood up is a guy called Thomas Becket.
Uh-huh.
He's
he was in that play too.
Troublesome priest.
Exactly. But then they're mates. They drink together. They womanize together. They are mates. When he starts having problems, he decides, okay, the problem I'm having is the Archbishop of Canterbury. He's the head of the church in England. He's the guy that pulls all these people out from my justice. So what he does is when the incumbent Archbishop dies, he puts his mate, who's been fully lockstep with him with his ideas, agrees with him and says, yes, it's not fair that this is all the rest of it. These people escaping proper justice. He puts his mate Thomas in as Archbishop of Canterbury.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Thomas Becket then gets religion and says, nope. And that is what causes the rift between Thomas and Henry. Had Henry's, from our point of view, Henry's aims were just what Henry was trying to do was change the system, change it from within, so that the clergy did not have separate courts, so that any clergyman accused of a crime would be tried in the same court as a non-clergyman. And that's what happens, and that's why you then get this split, and in the end, Henry gets pissed off, makes some comment or other, which Shakespeare quotes as, "Will nobody rid me of this turbulent priest?" 4 knights hear this and take it to heart, and they go to Westminster Abbey. And attempt to arrest Thomas Becket. He resists. They kill him. They kill him, which does not go down well. Henry, despite the fact he probably hadn't intended that. So, I mean, no, and obviously we know telepathy coming, but Henry eventually actually does actual full-on penance. The King of England, half of France. He's the guy that's king of the Angevin Empire. Goes barefoot through the streets of London. I can't remember. I think London. He literally does actual penance before the church for it. Begs for and is forgiven by the Pope. But unfortunately, his reforms don't reach the church. He does reform. He did do quite a lot of reform of the code because this is only what. 2 generations after the conquest, so maybe 2 generations after 100 years, maybe after the Normans had come over and brought their way of justice. So the Anglo-Saxon justice system is still quite things like trial by combat and the trial by ordeal and the rest of it. So he's trying to modernize in his own terms and that is what he should best be known. He's best known because of one possibly offhand comment, which resulted in putting back the dragging of the clergy into the civil legal system for a couple of 100 years.
Now, for anyone out there listening to this, or even in this panel, who may not be familiar with The Lion in Winter, it's a 1968 historical drama that is just brilliant. As you've already heard, Katharine Hepburn plays Eleanor of Aquitaine. She is the main character. Peter O'Toole plays her husband, King Henry II. Anthony Hopkins plays the young Richard the Lionhearted. Timothy Dalton plays Philip II of France. And Nigel Terry plays Richard's brother, John. Who's Nigel Terry? Oh, you would know him as Arthur in Excalibur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the cast he's got quite a cast of British stars for that film.
Yeah, it's an astounding
and Irish. Let's be fair, Peter O'Toole's Irish, not English.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, but it's such an amazing movie. It's 2 hours and 14. It's 2 hours and 14 minutes, and when it's over, you'll look at your watch going, "Wait, it's already over."
I think it got remade recently, didn't it?
Oh, God forbid!
Oh no!
God forbid! There are some movies that are masterpieces. You do not remake them.
Yeah.
Citizen Kane. The Longest Day. These are movies you don't remake. The Lion in Winter is one of them. Anyway.
Babylon 5. Do not remake.
Oh, God forbid.
There was a 2000. Yeah. Oh, dear God. Oh my
Dear
God!
Gosh.
Speaking of God,
there was a 2003 one, right, with Glenn Close and Patrick Bloody Stewart.
Oh God!
Oh my goodness!
Now Patrick Stewart is a good actor.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was
a good actor. It's an American. Well, it's an American drama film.
He was brilliant as Sejanus.
Yes, he was.
That's an I Claudius reference to anyone who does not know.
Yep. And every time I say I've been waiting 7 seasons for Picard to order atomics. It was Gurney Halleck in June in the 84.
Oh, of course I know.
Yeah.
Not the mood. Mood's the thing for cattle and love play, not fighting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know a lot more about British television than I have any right to.
Well, God is.
He said "gosh."
apparently-
Actually,
Well, here we're
do you
talking
know?
about God.
Do you know who Gosh is?
Great Ormond Street Hospital.
No, Gosh. No. Gosh is who darns you to heck if you don't believe in him.
Well,
But Arthur shall soon leave on a God-given quest. No, he shall soon live on a God-given quest for the... God-given should be hyphenated there. That is for the Holy Grail.
Which
Grammar.
does actually kind of... I mean, I was thinking earlier when you were reading the story from Mallory, Liza. Whatever power it was that caused the Grail to appear caused all the trouble. So does that mean, and theoretically, if the Grail serves God, then if that's what they're using is that sort of thing is what they're using as the causation for this, I can see why. But yeah, he did think he was on.
But
he was
who
on.
would make a vision like that appear? Queen
God.
Mab.
Well, yeah, actually, yeah, possibly. But I mean, the other thing is, you could say they probably should be wearing, but he should be wearing sunglasses. After all, he's about to go on a mission from God.
Here it is. Blues Brothers reference, everyone.
Yes, I got that one.
It's 105 miles to Chicago. It's 105 miles to Chicago. We got half tank of gas, full pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Point.
By the way, in the stories where Arthur does go out to seek the Grail, he's doing it because his kingdom is crumbling. There is a wasteland. His knights need redemption from their sinful worldly ways.
Mm-hmm.
None of that has happened here.
Exactly.
No,
This
I
is
think
just like
it's-
rushing things along.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think here it was probably done to say, okay, Arthur's trying to do things right, and because of Morgan, he does it.
Well, in this series, Arthur is a totally side character. It's all about Merlin.
Yeah,
We're
it's
rushing
true,
through
that's
this.
true, yeah.
Why would that be in a show called Merlin? Oh.
Yeah, because it's all about Merlin, unfortunately, fighting with Queen Mab, and she usually gets the upper hand. And then
I hate to
that
go
should
on,
be
but
on this should be on the cover of like a magazine right here.
yeah, I hate to go on about her, but this woman is absolutely gorgeous.
She is.
It was such a shame, which is why, good as she was in the role, it was such a shame they did what they did to her in Dread.
Yeah,
I mean,
agreed.
the role required it, but
I know. It's just even in Dread, you could see she was beautiful. Just they weren't letting it come through.
Yeah.
Her name is Lena or Lena Headey, Headey. British actress.
Mm-hmm.
She's only 52 right now.
Damn. Well, I don't feel so bad anymore, but
Game of Thrones
good.
folks know her best as Cersei Lannister.
Yeah. Although she had dark blonde hair in that rather than her natural brunette.
I think here we may not need to do the lyrics. So to
Yeah,
speak.
no. He wants somebody to guard the castle and his wife. Gawain says, "I can do that." Well, you're going to need to beat the others. You should let me compete the tourney, sire.
Well, he wants Gawain with him. And
That's
this
right.
guy says, well, yeah, he may be too old, but I'm not.
By the way, I shared an image real quick. I zoomed in on a part of a piece you were paused on for a while there.
Mm-hmm.
This is from the show. If you wouldn't mind showing it for a second here.
Okay.
Boar's really just the nose stuck up like that really doesn't look good on him at all.
Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. He's a bloody Tellurite. He's a Tellurite from Star Trek.
Oh, you're right. Oh my God,
face.
you're right. The pig-faced guys in the old series.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He looks
Which
exactly
they
like
kind of
a
ripped
Tellurite.
off in the newer Star Wars stuff with the...
No, but look at him.
big
He
guys.
looks exactly like one of those pig-faced guys in the old series. Good call, Colin. I forgot what a Tellarite was. I was like, Tellarite, what the hell is he? Oh, right. And here again, they call him Boris. It's like, no, it's Bors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Mallory. It is Boris. I didn't know they were the same person.
Oh, dear.
I did some thinking.
It's not.
later.
No, it's not your fault. That was
Well, it's also Monty
captioning.
Python's fault. They called him Boris there too.
Right, one rabbit stew coming right up.
Go get him, Boris.
Dear.
Jesus Christ! I warned you.
That would always get
Should I hold us up with another?
No need
Okay,
to.
all right. I was going to play the clip. But
Your Majesty,
no.
I wish to vouch for Sir Lancelot of the Lake. He wishes to enter the jousts.
You
It
shouldn't
shouldn't
have
have
done
been once. He wants to enter. Oh, God, that sounds so 20th.
He's gay.
Oh, that is a
Into the
very
club.
unfortunate freeze frame.
Yeah.
So be it, Merlin.
Oh, God. Well, he's at least reasonably well dressed for a joust. It's a shame joust didn't exist then either.
We've a clip.
Well, we do have a clip.
There's a clip. Look, sir, a clip.
Look, sir.
That's another thing with the Maryland Renaissance Festival. Every day they have jousting.
Yeah.
One-on-one jousting with lances, knights in armor, on horseback. It is awesome.
Wow.
But here it just seemed like a free for all.
That definitely looked like a free-for-all.
Yeah.
What they're doing, I mean, the thing is, of course, what they're actually doing is they're preparing for combat. And what there are no knights at this period in time.
Right.
Knights, even as a class, don't come in until the early medieval period.
Now, hey, I have a good authority. They're knights of the round table. They dance whenever they're able.
Yeah, but having said that, there were the particular thing that we think of as a knight, but there were still people of that sort of rank. And then, but what they're proving there is to show is they were cavalrymen.
They were what?
Cavalry. They were
cavalrymen. Yes.
Yeah.
So, which of course, cavalry normally charge in a group. So what they're doing there is you can see they're doing, they're not jousting. They are doing. They specifically said it's a tourney. You can see they've got then they've got swords drawn. So what they're doing is obviously they are practicing for mounted combat. You charge first, draw your swords and so on. Which is why you've probably also got at least one guy you can see there dismounted. Now, whether he's been knocked off his horse or he's
we saw one guy get knocked off. It's probably him.
Who it is. Yeah.
People don't seem to understand the power of an armored man on a horseback.
Yeah.
In terms of the extra mass of the horse being able to shove people around, the height giving him way more leverage to bring his down on your crown. Yeah. He's higher up, so it's harder for you to hit his vital parts.
Yeah. Well, my friend Trevor, who's our master archer, but he also plays the Bishop of Durham, who was the guy in charge of the Welsh archers at Cressy. He carries a mace, and he said because he's a clergyman and he's not allowed
to spill blood.
Yep,
but
to
as
have
he
pointed
says,
like D&D rules.
Yeah,
but there are blunt arrows.
But as he says, what he's done, if he's on horseback, he comes on charge. He's actually got the mace. It's a mace. It's an actual mace. It's not what we call a morning star, a flail. It's an actual mace, but it's on a wrist strap. And it says if he's on horseback, he comes along, he sweeps down, and he catches someone in the back of the head. You catch them right, quite literally take the head off.
Yep.
And he doesn't look, and then that's why it's on a strap, so that so that he lets go of the mace, but he doesn't lose it because it's left.
Yep.
Wow.
Shoot.
Brilliant.
And here we got a nice shot from above. And
get him, Galahad.
I think the footage they got was wasn't exactly the best, but it's a TV miniseries, so it's like what you're gonna get. And people just running around.
Roman-looking clothing now on some of those people.
Go back a frame.
Okay.
I'm hoping the guy on the right just got disarmed because otherwise it looks like he's holding his sword by the blade.
Yeah.
Right there, it looks like some sword is going through an arm.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's. Yeah, I'm just thinking. I mean, obviously, it's.
I think
no
it's flying
critical.
behind him.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering how he was hit to make it go there. If it was in his hand, he must let it go and drop back or something. Maybe it was. Maybe he's let it go and drop back. Was told.
Yeah, my guess is he was arcing his hand backwards and let go of it mid-arc. So his hand is going backward as the sword is still like at that apex of the height in the air just before it starts to fall again.
Yeah.
There's the Tellarite. He looks very happy.
Yep. Boris was excited.
So Boris the Tellarite.
And you could tell that Mallory liked this sort of thing because the most descriptive writing in that book, Les Morts d'Arthur, is pretty much the fighting. There's no details to anything else except for the fighting. And,
you've also got, I mean, the thing is, you've also got the. The thing is that you're right, Dutch. I've seen. We've got jousting. You also get people who do what they call skeleton arms on horse, which is not just jousting, it's other things as well, which what practice is. But I don't know if you're familiar with the TV show Time Team.
I am not.
Right.
Sorry. I know a lot of British television, but not all of it.
It's an archaeology show with Tony Robinson. But there's one which they made where they did a dig at the Windsor Castle, and they're digging a little bit. Was it Windsor? Yeah, it was Windsor. That they think was a tournament field, and the rest of it. And at the end, there is a dedication at the end of it, and I can't remember the chap's name for the life of me, unfortunately. But the reason for that is that he was a reenactor, and you may notice I said was, I'll give you an idea. On a joust, so they're doing some jousting, and the way jousting works and it's supposed to work is you break your lance. It's literally made of balls and similar. Bottom cover, and it's supposed to break. This did. And unfortunately, despite the fact he's wearing full plate helm, he got a splinter in his eye and killed him.
Oh my God.
He was actually killed filming a.
Oh no.
Which is why it's actually just dedicated to him at the end of that particular episode. Just to show, it can be. It
freak
can,
accident. Damn.
Oh, yeah, absolutely freak accident. No one could have foreseen it or anything. But yeah, it just goes to show that even that can be, dangerous. Yeah. I didn't notice him actually breaking any lances there. But then again, that's 14th, 15th century rather than 8th or 9th, where.
So this would be
by that time it has become a sport.
You also notice the guy on the right there looks like he's wearing full plate, which did not exist back then.
Yeah, that's Lancelot. I know. Yeah, I saw that as soon as he came up. I thought, no.
Well, he
not
came
that helm.
from
That helm's
some exotic French.
But by the way, you can really respect the Japanese in terms of the kind of weaponry that they used in training. They did not use live steel. They used wooden training swords.
Yeah.
Bokan is what they called them.
Bokatans.
And by the way, I have to apologize. He's not wearing full plate. If you go back a frame or two, you notice he's mostly wearing chain. He just has plate pauldrons and a steel helm.
The helm and coif is definitely way 14th,
and the gorget?
Century. The gorget, yeah, something like that, maybe. I mean, it looks it because it looks a bit a similar one, but the helm is definitely.
Oh, look at his armor. That's not chain. That's very tiny brigandine.
Yeah. It's very fine.
I've never seen
it's chain underneath it, but that is.
Yeah, it was hard catching these and not having them be.
No, but that was a brilliant shot. That shot of him with the armor, that brigandine, the plates remember in previous episodes we've seen like Arthur and Bors both wearing Brigadine, and the Brigadine plates were like the size of credit cards.
Yeah.
Those are way smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Much fun armor.
That's awesome. I want that armor.
That's almost what D&D players would call scale. It's not quite, but it's almost.
Yeah, the scale would have to overlap.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I've never tried weaving scale mail, but I want to. I got a book to learn how to do it.
She does some of this for jewelry.
Yes.
And stuff. She doesn't actually make armor.
I've always been tempted to just get a long spool of wire titanium and just start making rings out of that and make a titanium chainmail.
Do it.
I
mean, it's tedious, but man, as you go along and you start seeing the pattern come together, it's like, oh, it's beautiful.
I've got one or two of our ladies in our group do that, and I actually make chain. I've actually got some chain. I used to have way back when I was in the Territorial Army in the 70s and early 80s. My unit was yeomanry. We were basically raised from, which is local volunteer sorts, if you like. And because of our history, my number one dress, my blues, my best dress, I actually had on my shoulder strap, I actually had chain epaulets. So my number one dress, my real posh number one kit actually had arrow shape because you got for the obviously one bit over the shoulder and then the arrow just going just down the arm a little bit. So I actually had I literally had chain armor on my sorry, I'm just trying to put that down. That's better. I literally had chain on my number one dress.
Wow. Was it riveted or just woven?
I think it was woven. As far as I recall. But I've got some in my reenactment bag. I've actually just got a section of chain just so I can show people how it worked, and I can show people how arrows bounce off it, or how arrows, or I can actually demonstrate what bulking arrows are for, and so on.
Nice. Nice.
Good. These reenactments, man.
Yeah, Lawrence, we should have a jousting meetup. I will play the coconuts.
I call referee.
Oh, God.
Actually, the interesting thing is what you don't very often see. This I've done twice. What you don't normally see in these things is, in order to ensure fair play, you have the deadliest person on the battlefield standing off to one side in order to ensure fair play.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, as all knights know, and if they're honest, will admit, the deadliest person on the battlefield doesn't have a great deal of armor. He does, however, look somewhat like my avatar.
The archers.
The deadliest guy on the battlefield is the archer. And the archers, if you're in a tournament, the archer's job is, if the king or the lord tells you to, you take out someone that's cheating.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Well, I have some skill with the bow. I don't have that kind of skill with it, though.
No, but I've done it. I've done it. I did it. But when I actually did that, the first time I actually did, I've done it twice. I've done it as archer, and the king just told me to stand up, and then we got someone cheating. He said, "Archer, do your duty." And I came in and I cut the guy's throat. I actually cut the guy's throat.
Oh my God!
Obviously,
what you did?
But
come on, what kind of archer are you?
Fortunately, Jim didn't know what I was. He knew I was going to do something. He didn't know quite what I was going to do, but he was playing the bad because he was going to attack the king, and I came up behind him. He thought I was going to shoot him when he said this was unrehearsed, and I just came up with my blunt knife, and I just went, supposedly cut his throat, and he just went down. And then
wait, how did that go again?
And then we did the same thing the next day, but this time, of course, he knew what we were going to do, so he was more prepared for it. And then another time we had again in that case. We did a show. Actually, it was quite like one time we did a show that was quite local to where I live. And I was, as Archer, I tend to be Queen's Guard. Because I don't fight or anything, I'm old and I don't do these things, but I quite often play the Queen's Archer. And there's a bit of, which is why, for example, I've got some really posh stuff, which was actually was given to the room, was actually given to me by the lady that plays the Queen, because she's our costume mistress. But the in-character story is that I'm the Queen's Archer. I'm actually an assassin as well. But I tend to stand guard with the Queens, with myself and the other Master Archer. Interesting enough, also called Colin. We've got two archers called Colin. The other Colin he's a Master Archer. He does his own fletching and stuff. And we're literally we're sort of standing either side of the Queen when the Queen's on the field. And one point, guy comes up to attack the Queen. Get her out! Colin gets her out, and I go in with. I just pull the sword. I just go in and take the guy that's attacking the Queen. So I've actually won 2 tournaments. No, three tourneys. I've actually won, and I'm an archer and I don't fight. Like I said, there are reasons why we say the most deadly guy on the field is the guy with the bow.
Yeah.
Right.
No, absolutely it would be.
Even if he doesn't have one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, especially afterwards.
It's like in football. What position in American football scores more points than any other position? The place kicker.
Yep.
The guy who kicks the point after every touchdown and also kicks all the field goals.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one other player that scores every touchdown.
Yeah.
But there's one guy that scores every point after and every field goal.
Well, you said even without the bow, like, she may be in jest, but you're right.
Well, because you garroted a guy, or not garroted, but
I go. But I mentioned the bishop. I mentioned when I placed the Bishop of Durham. The Bishop of Durham was a fighting bishop. He was a close friend of Edward III, and at the Battle of Cressy in 1346, he took his archers from Lancelot in Wales, where we go once a year. Nice guys, nice people, beautiful old Welsh town. And the Prince of Wales, the Edward of Carnarvon, the Black Prince, as he became known later on, possibly not even in his lifetime, but the Black Prince, history knows him. He's 16 years old. He's out there. He's fighting, and he gets in a little bit of trouble. And someone says to the king, "Do we want to help him?" And the king says, "Let him earn his spurs." A couple of minutes later, he's getting in a little bit more trouble than I like. He's the oldest son of the king. He's important. He's the Prince of Wales, and the chronicler puts it that the Bishop of Durham extends his hand. What he actually does, he says, "Oi, go!" And these Welsh archers drop their bows, draw their swords, go charging in and stand around the Black Prince and help him recover and come back from that battle. And as a result of that, in 1346, so nearly 700 years ago, freemen of Lancelot still beat the bounds, and they still have privileges that last from that day. Most of the privileges that they had, the goddamn Victorians got rid of, but they still have. And if you can prove descent from an archer who fought at Cressy, you are ultimately freeman of Lancelot.
No lie.
And the other thing you've got to remember is archers weren't. But there's a reason archers were feared is that Battle of Agincourt, 1415. There's again another massive great victory, but what Shakespeare and others don't necessarily tell you is that the reason the archers killed so many people wasn't the arrow storms, although that did take out a few people. The battles. What you have to understand is if you're important in medieval society, right? There's a reason you wear your heraldry, right? You wear your heraldry because A, the other people know who you are, and B, the enemy knows who you are. And this is important. This is very, very important because you are quite literally worth more money alive than dead.
Right.
So if you are an important person, you can expect to surrender, to be captured. You surrender, you get put, you quite literally, we describe it, you quite literally get set off into the penalty pit on your own word of honor, and you sit out the battle. When the battle's over, if the people that captured you have won, arrangements go back and forth to your dad, because we normally explain this to kids. Basically, he pays your ransom, and that ransom gets spread around. If you've been captured by an archer who's gone out and captured you, there are ways for that. The king gets a certain amount, but the archer gets a certain amount of that money. His captain of archers gets a certain amount, and so but that ransom comes back, and the guys that caught you. So if you're an archer, it's worth capturing a knight because you're going to get some of that money. There is, in fact, a story of the other big.
Maybe that's a story for another time.
Yes, maybe. All I was going to say was,
I want.
No, I mean we could do it. I'm just hoping we can get past the first book.
So yes, okay. The thing is, basically, Agincourt, load of French prisoners. The French come around. They attack the baggage train. A war crime in itself. Henry V thinks he's been attacked. He orders the prisoners to be killed. This is not a good. No one wants to do this, so he turns around and orders the archers to go and do it, and the archers do. That's why the archers got such a big kill score at Agincourt, because they kill prisoners.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Which is sort of a war crime, but then so is attacking the baggage train in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I clicked too hard there, I think. So we're going one ahead. Oh. Guess who appears? Queen Mab.
Queen who?
She appears and kind of has a little bit of influence over
Guinevere. She's like, isn't he handsome? What did you say, my lady? Nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah. And well, but there we go again. There's your armor.
Incredibly tight. Well, brigandine.
Also, I'm not sure that's the same helm.
No,
I don't recall the holes.
Yeah.
No, not only that, but I don't think that vice is going to come down. It's going to come down about halfway down his face.
Yeah.
It's not going to cover all the way down to the chin. I think there might be a different helm.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Well, could be wrong. It could just look different when it's raised the way it's designed. But
hey, but Colin, look what's on his wrist.
Colin.
Actually, no. What's on his wrist? Actually, that is actually. If you look earlier on, he's wearing metal gauntlets.
I knew he was wearing metal gauntlets. I didn't know they included a bracelet.
No, that's not what that is. What that probably is. That is probably that the armor bent round for the wrist.
I got you.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yep, it's probably just that bit of the armor that's bent round the wrist that's still attached to the gauntlet.
But Lancelot is offering his sword and his life and his penis.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Well, no, he's offering his sword. He's just not specifying which sword.
Yes.
He's offering one sword to the king and one sword to the queen.
Oh. And then he bows, and then you see that. That's why they probably put that helmet on it, so it would look like that when he bows.
Yeah.
And then who's this?
That's Lancelot. He collapses.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. He made it through, but not without injury.
Scott. Trouble.
Not without injury. And she's like, oh no, what's wrong with Lancey?
Poor Guinevere, she's so smitten and worried about this handsome knight.
And she asks, how is he? But she's there with, I think it's Gawain and her.
Yeah, it's Gawain.
And then these guys are just arguing about how to do it. Now, this guy looks like he's from, remember that film, The Black Knight, from the early 2000s, Martin Lawrence playing, well, it's a comedy, playing like somebody that went into the medieval period.
Somehow he'd taken a wooden lance, his back the face wearing metal armor. Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder where they're supposed to have gone.
But the thing is, depending on where the lance is, just ripping it out could actually kill him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they're arguing over how to take it out.
If it might, but they don't understand it. They're talking about clockwise or counterclockwise. It's like, oh, shut the hell up. It's like if it's currently keeping him from bleeding out, and then you pull it out, it's no longer keeping him from bleeding out. Fortunately, that doesn't happen here.
Yeah.
No, I think it was just comic relief that was just written a little weird.
Well, then I don't know, but then again, if you think about it, if you think what their level of medical knowledge is, that actually might be a genuine consideration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but at least Guinevere just, she attends the patient. The other guys didn't have bedside manners, and all he wants is for her to hold his hand, and then he's all good. And I guess is it he who calls for Gawain to come in?
Go back 1 second, could you?
Yep.
Now you see again. You see Paul Conway's the planets of Venus and Uranus will not. You see that again. They're going by an astrological. They're still going by the Greek sort of Greek astrological humors, etc., thing. That's the argument that they're having. Yeah. To be quite fair, it is not. It would not be entirely surprising for the Queen to be solicitous of a knight injured, of a high class for knight injured in battle, as the hostess. That's not entirely odd. It's just obviously we know where this is going, and we know it's been set up to this by Mab.
Yeah.
Your physicians instead of do it.
We must talk about it first. Oh, shut the heck up.
Isn't he from Spinal Tap?
Don't know.
No, I'm just kidding. It's just the look. It's funny. All right, indeed. So, yeah, they're still going on about it. And I guess, the whole thing gets way down a bit. And that's where Gawain's like.
And look, he's wearing green.
Yeah, he is the Green Knight.
Green Knight.
No, he's not.
Go.
No, well, they did their research there. They made sure.
No, they didn't.
We mean, oh, he's not wearing green?
No, he is.
Gawain is not the Green Knight. Gawain fights the Green Knight.
Oh.
But doesn't he then become the Green Knight when he defeats him?
No.
He
doesn't kill it.
He remains Gawain.
All right. Well, maybe he's known as the Green Knight because he can't hold his liquor.
Exactly.
Womp womp.
I know, right?
Well, I mean, I think that's reasonable.
Well, this is 1998, so that episode of Babylon 5 probably had been aired by the time this was made.
Oh, yes. They were inspired. And so they had to give him a green tunic.
Scott says, seems all good things must end. It is true, all good things must end, but the original saying is, all things must end.
No moral ambiguity, no hopeless battle against ancient and overwhelming forces. They were the bad guys, as you say. We were the good guys, and they made a very satisfying thump when they hit the floor.
That's how bad things end.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry to interrupt you with that. I just finally found it and played it.
Yay! But but all things must end, good or bad.
Yep. But
Slot, are you ready tonight? Because I'm going to rip that thing out of you.
Oh.
Yeah. And she's there, so he's all right with it. And Gawain,
he breaks her hand.
I'm interested in how he already seems to know Gawain well enough to tell him to do it.
Well,
like I told you, I'm being pedantic again.
Everybody knows Gawain.
They made friends on the battlefield.
You pedant, you.
Love is a battlefield. Well, that's how that deck of slides ends. I'm going to pull up the next one, and this is the last one.
We're going to rip through it.
We're going to rip through it, as long as we don't do
Bing, bang, boom,
the
done.
Rest of British history.
No! Colin, who took over as king after Richard the Lionhearted? Go on.
Look, this is why we have the Archer
I
Colin
know it
on
is
this
fun.
palette.
We're enjoying.
Hell yes,
ourselves.
it is.
Yes,
We're enjoying
this
ourselves.
man is amazing.
We're
I'm
enjoying
learning
ourselves.
Stuff. I'm learning stuff.
We just need to also do this so that there isn't a weak 7.
Oh, come on, party pooper. Let us have fun with history.
Uh-oh. It's Big Brigandine.
Yep, we got the credit cards again.
Yeah.
Because Arthur is going on his quest, kissing his wife goodbye. Mm.
Yeah. Merlin's staying back behind.
Goodbye, Merlin. Bye, Arthur. Come back to us. They love to chase dreams, shadows.
Chase dreams and shadows.
But if I'd told them, they wouldn't have listened.
Told them what?
That they were chasing dreams and shadows.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
So the years rolled on.
And
one year merging into another.
Yeah, and I think this is an homage to the Holy Grail.
Mm-hmm.
Where it went to the fall, spring, and then what isn't it? Winter and fall gave summer a miss.
Winter gave spring a miss and was straight into summer.
Yeah.
And another, and another, and another. If you 5 gentlemen don't stop trembling, I might miss and kill you all. It's
so Mordred
He's
is
grown up.
Target practice
with live people.
Mm-hmm. Now I heard an exhale from Colin there.
No, I'm sorry. Where was it? Okay, then. Okay,
Well,
no,
aren't they using the apples from Avalon?
Well, no, I was about to say I'm probably about to have the Lone Ranger theme tune going inside my head.
Yep.
There's a very good reason for that. I think it's a Lone Ranger.
Wouldn't that be called the William Tell Overture?
That's the one.
Yeah. Oh, why would that be going through your head here?
Having to do the apples on the heads.
Wait, are you telling me nobody put an apple on top of their head for somebody to shoot it off before William Tell?
I'm not sure anybody ever put an apple on their head for someone to shoot off.
Well, actually, yes, David Blumenack, the guy I sent you the link to, he has done it.
Oh, has he? Wow.
Yeah, he had a woman with a huge block protecting her head, and then she was facing away from him, and the apple on top. But he did manage to take the apple off without even nicking the block on her head.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is something where Mordred probably made the decision, and
oh yeah,
not the people. Oh, look at that, sharp. And we're
hunting arrow.
Mm-hmm. Definitely a broadhead.
Yep.
Broads. And then there he is, perfect archer stance.
And Figaro.
I'll go back one. I will go back. We're going to look at his form there. I don't know if it's perfect. I'm just saying it.
Well, it's a bit of an English, but yeah, he looks as if he's aiming properly.
And he's right-handed.
He's right-handed, so he's doing that. Yeah, he's got the arrow on the correct side of the bow. Yeah, it looks reasonably good.
Well, maybe he was coached well.
Yeah,
probably. They usually do that with that.
You probably hate my stance, Colin. I shoot left-handed.
That's okay. You shoot
now.
And that's the thing. I have this discussion with my mate Alex, who's modern archery. With a longbow, there is no left or right.
I know. We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
There is no left or right hand.
Yeah,
no,
because
there's no shelf.
You've got it's just a bit of wood. You hold it in either hand, and you rest your arrow on your fist. There's no arrow. There is no arrow. Knock or anything, arrow rest or anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. The feathers give you a tickle.
Scott, although Lancelot was a problem as much as a solution. Yeah, pretty much.
I do. I wonder if actually no. I mean, I do have one slight thing with the way they were doing that though.
Mm-hmm.
Doing what?
The archery.
That.
The apple.
That basically
it looked like it was already cut in half because an arrow's not going to cut it in half.
What's the point? What does it look like it's been cut with?
A knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a sword.
In other words, a blade that's flat all the way through, right?
Right.
That arrow's spinning. The arrow's spinning, so it would have drilled into it
until it hits the apple, which it would stop spinning.
Yeah, but it would still have been spinning enough to core into it, probably.
Well, yeah.
Well,
I
no,
mean, obviously, they're not firing arrows at an apple on someone's
I
head
have
on
seen.
set.
I have seen apples hit by bullets, hit by arrows. They tend to split like that.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Cleanly in half. Yeah.
Wow.
It's the way apples are designed. They just want to split in half.
Maybe. Possibly. Okay, fair enough.
We'll have
I
to
said, I
give
mean,
that
it's just because to me, that thing is quite large, and the head is a large head, and it's actually spinning rather than going straight. So it looks as if.
Well, we're going to have to see if there's a Mythbusters on that.
We're going to have to be the Mythbusters.
Oh, yeah. I really want to try that.
Less than perfect.
I could see me and accuracy are not friends.
No, it would have to be Colin to try it.
She said less than perfect, and he tried to hit her with an arrow. Snatch.
I think not.
Mm-hmm. And then he decides, oh, well, maybe Frick's an easier target.
What the heck are you doing? That could have killed me.
Now he'd lost his form there.
Well,
Go back a couple again. Could you just show Mordred again?
Yeah,
he's got the arrow up too high. He's got the arrow up too high. He's aiming along the arrow, and he shouldn't.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Well,
the arrow should be basically down below your cheekbone.
Yeah, he's well, not necessarily for medieval draw. Your thumb is basically at the bottom of your ear and your jawbone.
Right.
So the arrow is sort of going out. Pretty much. I mean, in my case, it's pretty much under your nose, by your nose.
All right.
Whereas in that case, he's lifted up so he can see down.
Well,
so it looks as if his hand is back behind his eye socket.
We're both saying the same thing, Colin.
Yeah.
If it's in line with your nose, it's below your cheekbone.
Oh, sorry. Your cheekbone. Yeah, sorry. I thought you said. Yeah, I was thinking jawbone. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, cheekbone.
So, what would be the result if he shot the arrow from?
It would go down too far.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I see.
I mean, at that range, swings around, but yeah, it will go down. He's aiming down rather than aiming up.
They never explained why Mordred was such an angry person. It seemed
he
like
was raised to be like that, and
Pretty
also,
much.
I guess, part of the magical influence from Mab, wanting him to just be, I don't know, like River Song.
And of course, this movie or this series would be pushing the same idea that a child of incest would automatically be mentally bad and morally bad and everything else. It's like
that's true. Yeah. And now he's got the arrow on the wrong side of the bow as well.
Yes, he does.
Whoops.
That's enough, Mordred. You mustn't get carried away, my sweet. It shows lack of control. Why if I had Auntie Ab and Uncle Frick?
Fire. She said fire. Oh my God. I do hope that the boy is just having fun and it's nothing personal.
It's not personal. He likes you.
I often wonder what he would do if he didn't like me.
Stop fussing, Mother. Auntie Mab understands. Don't you, Auntie Mab? Of course I understand. You are testing yourself. Now come and sit on Mommy's lap. Sit by me.
Oh, gosh.
You know you're my favorite, Mordred, but you have to channel your aggression.
Against Arthur?
Yes, always Arthur and Merlin.
You're looking pale, Mordred.
No, that's still Mab.
Oh.
You're not eating enough. Whoosh.
Magic flash.
Mm-hmm.
Still the same words.
You're not eating enough. Yeah, I decided to get the flash. And then we have
Feast appears.
Yeah, we call this, what was this? The Yule board in Worm. Because the Yule board would just give you, feed you.
I call that the Harry Potter table. The Hogwarts table, I should say.
I can't see exactly what's on the table, but it looks delicious.
Walnuts, ham, brisket, I'm guessing. Vegetables.
How accurate was this as a medieval meal, Colin?
Probably reasonably so. I mean, again, don't forget we're not talking we're talking fairy food here, but
fairy.
Yeah, I mean, you got your fruit and the rest of it. I think most of it looks probably reasonably accurate. I think.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if there was something in there like spaghetti that you wouldn't actually find in the medieval days because it's Faye.
Yeah.
I see tomatoes on the table, and definitely
which would not have been used
exactly.
Back then. No,
that's North American.
And by the way, there's a reason for that. Tomatoes were considered poisonous because every other part of the plant is.
Yeah.
Only the tomato itself is edible.
Did they have? Wait.
I think that tomatoes.
I thought there weren't any nightshades in Europe at that time.
They had potatoes and peppers and squash. Absolutely.
We didn't have potatoes.
Potatoes were from North America, and then they became naturalized. Yeah, the same thing with Jerusalem artichokes, which were a favorite of the Queen Elizabeth.
Which one?
The second.
Okay.
They were a favorite of hers. They actually used them to make a dessert, but they originated from North America.
Tomatoes are from the Andes.
Are they? Oh, that's interesting. I thought we had them.
Yep.
The bread at the end of that does look actually quite medieval. But then again, bread is pretty much bread all the way through. But it's not brown. It's not white. It's not refined flour, which is good.
The crusty bread.
Yeah, the crusty brown bread.
Explorers brought tomatoes to Europe in the 16th century.
Oh, okay.
Never knew.
Yeah, tomatoes.
Well, they got
potatoes.
to the Andes pretty quick.
Well, Mexico
dancing around the Carabino, and then had to go
the
to
Carabino.
South.
They started in the Andes, and then in 500 BC they were domesticated in Mexico, where they were cultivated by the Aztecs. So in 1100 years, they became better. But even in the 16th century, up until about the 19th century, most people would not eat them because the rest of the plant was so toxic.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Surprised you knew that they were nightshade. Most people don't.
Yeah, they're nightshades. We have
we were growing tomatoes and also potatoes.
Well,
we were growing
we have
eggplant.
We have a lot of wild nightshades on the property, most of which are poisonous, but they produce beautiful cherry tomatoes that you could be tempted to. But I'm on the lookout for some ground cherries. Those are the only ones
cherries
that are edible. They have like a lantern, a leaf over them, like a tomatillo.
Yeah.
And I found one once on the property. I thought it was poisonous and didn't mess with it. But then later I found out, no, you could eat those ground cherries. And those are our only wild edible tomatoes. I'm like, damn, I haven't been able to find any more.
We had deadly nightshade that grew along the fence line in my old house where I was growing up. My parents warned my brother and me never to, touch it or play with it, eat berries from it. But it had the most beautiful purple flowers with a yellow nose.
Yes.
And they would become green berries, which would then turn to red berries, which always looked tempting, but we had been told, don't eat them.
Yep. Oh, did you grow up eating pokeweed?
No, we had wild strawberries that grew along the grass line. I would eat
wow.
those. They were tasteless, but they were. It was neat to be able to eat something that grew wild.
Yeah.
We had a tree that hung over our yard from the neighbor's house that had just Applejack apples, which are horrible.
Why were they horrible?
They were Applejack apples.
What are Applejack apples?
Apples that are horrible. They are not fit for human consumption.
Were they grainy?
Were they called Jackson Taylor?
No, they're okay. Apples have a one chance in three.
Right, I got that one.
I chuckled.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
I said,
You
why they
were
called?
still in your train of thought.
Why they called Jackson Taylors?
I don't get it. I don't get the reference.
It's a Dolly Parton song. His real name is Jackson Taylor, but I called him Applejack.
Oh, see, here I am living in Nashville, and I had no idea.
I had to remember. I knew Applejack was a Dolly Parton song, but I had to remember what the guy's name was.
Well, thing is, apples have a 1 in 3 chance of, if you plant a seed, actually giving you good apples.
Oh, wow.
1 in 3, and it's actually not even 1 in 3. It's more like 1 in 19 or something. The other 2 chances you get, they're just horrible. They're not good for eating. They taste awful.
But what do you mean by awful? Because that could mean different things. Were they sour? Were they grainy? Were they just what?
The flavor. The flavor was bad. I can't even
what
describe
do you mean?
it.
Like chemically or
the taste? The taste was bad. It was like, I don't want to eat this.
But Liza's more into the survival.
I can't describe
aspect.
it because I
She's
don't
like,
remember it.
But that's the thing, Liza's into the survival aspect.
No.
It's
not just a survival thing. A lot of people tell me that something tastes bad and it's either just sour or vinegary.
Oh no! It just tasted horrible. It was just a bad taste.
You
If it had
couldn't
been
make
sour,
cider with it.
No, you can make cider with them. That's why they're called Applejack apples. You would make Applejack out of them, which is a type of liquor. And we had to collect the deadfall apples. And in late summer, which is when the deadfall apples are falling, the yellow jackets are out looking for external sources of sugar.
Oh, no.
And they would get drunk on the fermented apples. Yellow jackets are mean, vicious insects.
Yeah.
And when they are drunk, they are even worse.
Oh, I've never seen a drunk yellow jacket, so
be very, very lucky.
I might have.
Or be glad you have it.
There's no opportunity for them to get, there's no opportunity. I've never let fruit ferment outside for them to get drunk on.
But things fall.
Maybe the sugar cane. Maybe the sugar.
Yeah, the sugar cane. You've already read them. We can't do that until it's
we
too
can't
cold.
we have to wait till it gets cold to harvest the sugar cane because they'll come around.
If it ferments, they'll get drunk.
Mm.
But they only start looking for external sources of sugar in late summer to fall because that's when they stop laying eggs, so they don't have babies to exude sugar for them to eat.
But if they're good enough to make cider with,
again, not cider, Applejack.
Well, still.
I guess that's kind of like
other ingredients go into Applejack.
That's kind of like a moonshine, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Oh, okay. It's
not. It's
distilled after it's fermented. Okay.
Yeah, they're not great.
I planted today in my live stream. I went to visit an area on the homestead where I planted an apple tree that I grew from seed, and I can't wait to see what kind of crab apple I get from that.
Okay, if you don't mind a suggestion, if you know the tree you got the seed from is a good tree, cut a healthy branch from it at a diagonal. Make a V cut. Then, when you have a sapling, cut that at a V cut on a diagonal. Put the two together. Wrap them with compost and Saran wrap, and basically graft the two together. You will end up with a tree that gives you good apples.
I want to see what type of crab apples I get.
I don't
Dutch
think
gradient.
we have the original tree.
No,
So,
no. So we bought Pink Ladies organic, and we planted them.
You won't get crab apples
You
from
bought
that.
Pink Ladies. We're back on Olivia Newton-John again.
we have pink ladies, galas, and things
Yeah,
like that.
you won't get crab apples from that. Crab apple's a whole other species.
What I understood is crabapple is something that is grown from seed.
No, trust me. I had a crabapple tree in my yard. They're about the size of a cherry. They're inedible. They don't taste good, but they put out beautiful pink flowers, and then they turn into crab apples, and then they fall and they make a mess.
I bought I used to work at a nursery, and they have a crab apple section, and within that section they have Granny Smiths, Callaways, which are small little apples the size they create small little apples the size of a cherry. And the thing is, people have grown these and also the Transcendents, those are pretty cool. The thing is, those were apples that were grown from seeds, but they produced something that someone liked, so they started being grafted, and people started selling the clones. And so the thing about these type of apples is that they don't need a partner. They're self-pollinating, and they can pollinate things like Annas and Dorsets that require, a partner. And with the Callaways, what people like me like about apples that are grown from seed, that are not commercially available apples, they tend to be a little more sour than things that people have traditionally cloned and cultivated and made orchards with. They're great for apple cider. OMG. And so I am waiting for we have some tree replacing to do, but we do have a Callaway that's recovering from the last hurricane. And then I have my little apple tree that I grew from seed. I probably have to wait another 3 years before it produces anything, but I can't wait. And that will be an apple that no one else on the planet has. So even if it tastes bad, I will find something cool to do with it. So
definitely good luck.
Sorry, I was just listening to Dolly Parton.
That's quite all right.
I put a link in the private chat if you want. It's Amy Lou Harris, Linda Ronstadt, and Dolly Parton doing Applejack. So
doing Applejack? Okay.
Yeah, doing the song Applejack.
I've not heard the song. I have to go and look it up.
In fact, it's actually got. I put the link in there, and in fact, the YouTube's is actually got the lyrics underneath the video as well.
Is that something that people tend to make homemade in your area, Dutch Gradient?
Applejack? Yeah. I mean, because again, when apples get planted from seeds, there's a very slim chance that the apples will be good for eating.
Look, my friend, if we ever meet, when we meet, you have to bring me a bottle of Applejack. I am curious. I want to try.
Now you got to become a moonshine runner.
Yes, you got to make some moonshine for me.
Go to a liquor store. Michteners is one of the brands that sells Applejack.
But is it real?
Yes, it's real Applejack. It doesn't taste great, but it's Applejack.
Are you sure they're not using artificial flavors?
It just means that they do their regulations and pay their stuff to the government.
And now I've got Diamond Rio going inside my head. You shouldn't have reminded me.
Her name is Rio, and
Diamond Rio meet in the middle. No,
well, I've heard it. I suppose it could be
meet in the middle.
Remember, I moved here from Maryland, DC suburbs, and Maryland is technically south. So I'm saying that because Scott said that Applejack is a phrase mostly used in the South.
Well, yeah, Maryland is below the Mason-Dixon.
Mason-Dixon.
Manson-Nixon. I'm quoting Robin Williams.
Mason-Dixon.
I'm Sorry, the Manson Dixon line.
You know,
he said
people-
Manson Nixon.
Manson Nixon. Oh,
it's so sad, Scott and Dutch, but people are losing their traditions. It's like everything, culture has become so homogeneous across the United States, and I want to learn. I mean, I'm in the South, and there are the Southern restaurants with traditional food, very rare here in North Florida. It's sad. I was excited to come up here and try traditional food of this area. Southern food, real Southern food. No.
Well, if you ever come visit around here, I can introduce you to some great barbecue places.
Dude.
But one of my favorite restaurants around here is Voodoo Gumbo. Oh, it's so good.
That sounds good.
Yeah. They have authentic Creoles. It's so good.
Is he brought back from the dead?
No.
Look, I'm waiting to try. I can't wait to try this Applejack, and I can't wait to try whiskey cherry infusion.
That's
can't
good.
Wait.
That's good, but
I
you will be
believe it.
disappointed. You'll be very disappointed when you have Applejack.
I want to try it anyway.
Much like the breakfast cereal, you'll be sitting there going, "This doesn't taste anything like apple."
I want to try it anyway.
Well,
so did I.
At least just summarize for anybody still interested in Merlin that we're having a little bit of arguments here and
yeah, do something with your hair. Very well, mother.
Yeah, Mordred is basically
he has the strength of 10 men.
Yeah, and he's just kind of tired of them just barking at him. But he doesn't seem to mind Mab as much because he sees power there. But he doesn't see as much power in his mother or Frick. So
the problem is that each of those 10 men is a weedy little nerd.
That's funny when you hear that. It's like, I have the strength of 10 men. Well, which men?
Yeah, each of those 10 men is Stephen Hawking.
But you. Oh yeah, here they're building Camelot. Lancelot's overseeing it, and the workers are a little upset.
Going too
with him
slow.
Changing his mind. He wants him to hurry up. He wants Arthur to come back and see it all done. And but they're kind of like.
How many years they're supposed to have been away, and the Queen's still wearing the same flipping dress?
That's true. She hasn't changed her wardrobe yet.
Can't be a real queen. Can't be a real woman.
But she says Merlin is her constant shadow, and he says that's right and proper. And she says, "Why not you? You're my champion." Because when I'm near you, I can't control my mouth. No, I can't control my heart. You're near me now. It's dangerous.
She's so dangerous. But anyway,
she's a man-eater.
They start feeling the moment, and then, but Merlin, yeah.
Perhaps we should be grateful for my shadow.
Yes.
What's wrong, Merlin? The walls are whispering, Guinevere. Can't you hear them? What are they saying? That you are too friendly with Sir Lancelot. Do you believe such whispers, Merlin? But I've seen how you two look at each other. I don't care what others think. I am a queen. That is why you must take special care.
Yeah, that's something that comes up later, and I'm sure we'll have a discussion when it gets to that.
We will, but we'll save it for when it pops up in the slide.
I mean, look how she's dressing. Come on. It's not Lancelot's fault.
Well,
just teasing.
That's her in her room, and then he comes to it. So
he's coming. What?
Hi, Mr. Brown. Look what you've started, Mr. Brown.
I'm sorry, Lawrence. You walked right into that one.
Yeah. Well, we often do. But yeah. And this is the naughtiness.
What she said here was, I should just throw myself from the battlement. But she says, I should jump through myself from the battlement.
Jump throw. Haven't you ever jump throwed before? It's kind of like basketball.
If you'd put a comma there, I should jump, throw myself in the battlement. That would make sense.
Right,
Yeah.
but I remember the line.
This is how I read it, but yeah.
Yeah, but I remember the line. She said I should just throw myself in the battlement.
Oh.
Then I jumped too. I can't live without you. Even though I'm a married man.
He's been away from his wife longer than she's been away from her husband.
Yeah.
What I'm saying.
Speaking of his wife.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Who that? Here's Mab to show his wife what he's doing.
Yes, she does a zoom in here. And that
she's doing a Zoom call?
Yeah.
That's so creepy. This scene is so creepy.
And then she's like covering up the thing, and then she's not sure whether to cover it up or not. And she sees this. She's like, I
don't believe it. Lancelot wouldn't.
And then she covers it, and then she looks again. So, I mean, and yeah, I would say, don't you get at least a chance to say, all right, a few months in Camelot, a few months back home, in their, wherever they are, France.
Or why not take your wife to Camelot?
She would probably appreciate it.
Alternatively, if you're going to sleep with a woman, sleep with a woman whose hair's not going to change style when she's in the mirror. Well, Lena Headey's hair is straight.
Yes, that's true.
It's curly and wavy in that mirror.
Yeah.
Really?
But Lancelot would be saying, I'm only human.
Oh, God.
Flesh and blood, a man.
I would be tempted to say also Lancelot's daughter as well. But
so is that like a stunt double?
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look...
It doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
sure
the wrong
why
hair.
they did that. Yeah.
And
it may not even be Lancelot for all that.
I think it's longer as well. I think Lena Headey's hair was longer than that as well.
Yeah.
Did they consider this PG?
Yes. Well, it was on at prime time.
But still,
well, they didn't show anything.
They did. I mean, they don't have to show everything for it not to be PG. Like the scene with
kissing horizontally.
With the scene with Arthur and his sister was pretty bad too.
Yeah.
And the scenes with Frick and the and Morgan, come on. This
you
is
want
not
the camera
PG.
to pan
Well,
to
again,
like a grove of trees.
No,
blowing
I'm
in
sorry.
The wind.
I'm sorry. No, the scene with Frick and Morgana, they kiss. Then you see them tumble off screen, and her arm thwacks the goblet that spills the wine everywhere. That's the only thing you see of their tryst.
It's a lot of it is very much implied. The thing is, it's not just the actions; it's the circumstance as well.
Yeah,
I guess, and not to forget the gore on the battlefield. So this was PG in the 90s. I thought I remember the 90s being a little more tame TV wise.
We've always had a thing where over here I think it tends to be we are more concerned, or we used to be more concerned with sex and nudity than with violence per se. I mean, if it wasn't that graphic, I mean, all you saw a lot of red stain. Things like that. You didn't see anything that was actually graphic. Part of the thing is that you as an adult know what it means, I think, rather than, as I said, I think our sets always been a little bit more concerned with nudity and sex and swearing than with certain depictions of violence and the after effects thereof.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the criticisms of the U.S. is that there's a lot of violence, but we tamp down on the sex and
no,
stuff.
not anymore.
Well, no, now it's a lot of everything.
Now it's a lot of everything, but I mean, watching this again, I realized there's this was definitely not PG. I mean, you had the gore. I mean, if you remember back to the Vortigern death scene, it's horrible. And then yeah, all of these like really risque, sexy scenes.
Well,
Yeah,
Ardent had a much more bloody death scene.
I know, but this movie had
Thing is-
both. Definitely not PG.
Thing is, by this point in American television, in the late 90s, excuse me, in the late 90s, they were allowing more stuff in prime time after 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And that's
true.
definitely when this aired.
Yeah, it's like post-bedtime guidance. Because PG does mean parental guidance. It's not something that's fit for just kids without the parents there to say, ask your mother about it.
Well, right, but PG tends to be things like Tron, Star Wars, stuff where like
Yeah.
maybe somebody dies, but there's no blood,
Right.
but you need to explain to the child what happened or something. G was a movie like Forbidden Planet, where, yeah, people died, but you never saw any blood. You never even saw a body. So I couldn't believe that Forbidden Planet was G rated, but it was. I mean, there's a naked woman swimming in a pond.
Yeah, but
You never
the
see anything.
ripples. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, Auntie.
Auntie?
I mean,
Auntie. So I'm giving him this voice. I don't care. You look extraordinarily pleased with yourself. What have you done? Is it terrible? Great. I love terrible things. Do tell. I'm sure it's perfect. I've made sure. Oh, I'm sure it's perfect. I've made sure Elaine knows that Lancelot is cheating on her. Well, Lancelot and Guinevere are lovers. How absolutely delicious. Isn't that rather unworthy of us? Unworthy? You're one to talk, Frick. I mean, well, what does that mean, Mother?
I don't know.
I've
She doesn't
forgotten.
remember what it means
What does it
anymore.
mean? Yes, it is unworthy.
Well, that's Mab. She admits it's unworthy, but...
Oh.
But I don't like to be told, Frick.
And then she does this, and we have an action scene.
Frick! Frick!
In a voice that makes you want to smack him.
He
But
laughs
anyway.
as badly as Sinclair did.
Sinclair. Oh, poor Michael O'Hare.
Which reminds me, there was a thing came up in my feed. I haven't watched it yet on YouTube from a recent con with Bruce Boxleitner and Claudia Christian doing a Babylon 5 panel.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's probably the one that we decided we weren't going to. Well, we didn't. have
We
the money
gotta
to
go
do it.
to. We all of us, and maybe Colin, maybe in the future, we ought to meet at a con.
Yeah, well, one of these
absolutely.
days, this stream will start making, some waves and stuff because people get into Apple Talk and
Well, in
and British
July,
history and everything.
in July, I'm going to Knoxville for a convention that's going on there.
Oh,
Yeah, mostly television actors, Henry Winkler, Kate Jackson.
Oh my God.
I'm going there to see Adam Baldwin.
Mhm.
Yeah, because he's the only signature I don't have on my Firefly box now. But here's Merlin saying, "I warned you.
I warned you."
You didn't listen.
And we have a chat from
When
Mr.
Guinevere
Scott
betrayed
Baldwin.
Arthur, Scott's friends were angry, capital A. I guess it's as much a sign of the times also."
Well,
Yeah.
basically, we don't have to read off the lyrics here. I mean, basically, they were caught, and he's
Yeah, and
like,
Lancelot's
well,
like, "What?"
how? Well, back here in France, it doesn't look like France anymore.
No, see, I'm not sure because
That's why I thought maybe they went with them, and I missed that. And
No, they stayed on
I
the
was
shore.
wrong. They did. They stayed in France. This looks more like the Bayou, but they're in France, I guess.
They got from France to the French Quarter.
And
yeah, I'm not
she's
sure
on,
because that's coming down to Camelot, isn't it? I think.
oh, so they brought the body over to Camelot.
Yeah, so maybe it wasn't France. Maybe it wasn't supposed to. Maybe Joyce Gard was supposed to be somewhere else in England. That was just. I don't know.
Well, Rivendell doesn't have beaches, so it wasn't there. But there we go. So there.
How did she
I guess
die? She died of a broken heart.
Like.
Oh,
Amidala.
I forgot that was the actual line.
Yeah, it was like Amidala.
Oh, that's where George Lucas got it for the prequels.
Yeah,
she lost the will to live.
That's one thing I was going to ask. What is it today? I hear on Brown people raging on Natalie Portman. Did she become a man or something?
I don't know. I have always thought she was fine as an actress. They make fun of the name Portman. They say Port person. Like,
yeah.
You can't say man.
I didn't know. I thought that maybe today they were.
I think she's
maybe
beautiful.
she made an announcement that she's a man now, and that you can't dead name.
I think she's a beautiful woman. I think she's done fine in the acting job she's been in. She's phoned it in sometimes. Yeah, actually a lot lately, but she's definitely shown she can act.
I haven't seen her in anything since the prequels.
You didn't see her in Thor?
I didn't. I
didn't see Thor.
I didn't.
Yes,
didn't
you did
Thor.
see Thor. We
Did
saw
I?
the first Thor movie. Yep.
Oh,
And
it made zero impact. Else I would have remembered it.
Well,
You
she
didn't-
did look a little different. You know.
You didn't see V for Vendetta?
No.
Oh,
She was also in with the Hulk and Black Widow in the other Berlin Girl.
Yeah, we haven't seen many of the superheroes.
Or to put it another way, she was in with Scarlett Johansson and Eric Bana.
in what movie?
The other Berlin Girl, the American version.
Oh yes, the other Berlin girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in Swan Black.
Oh yeah. I haven't seen that either. I mean, we don't actually see a lot of things, but the thing is, that's one area that we're usually out of. We don't really see Marvel or DC and much of the, but we did see Thor 1 and 2.
I don't.
I'm sorry you saw
remember
it too.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, I didn't care for. I've mentioned this last week or at some point with you guys that I didn't care for the writing as much.
What was it? Dark
World. Yeah.
Yeah, Dark World. That movie sucked.
I mean, it was just like after you have the end of the first film with the Bifrost. Oh, I guess it wasn't you guys. It must have been on something else. But at the end of the Bifrost thing and the end of the first film, you thought there would be a bigger, like, reuniting scene than what they had. It was like, oh. It started feeling like it was becoming episodic. Like the plan was, we're just going to keep releasing Thor films every couple years, and it's going to be episodes. And it's
I must admit, she did make a much better Anne Boleyn than the Queen of the Lesbian Witches. She was a much better Queen Anne Boleyn than Jodie Taylor. Jodie, was it Taylor Smith or whatever her name was?
Jodie Taylor Swift? Wow.
No. Taylor Smith, is it, or something?
I don't know. I don't know the name.
She was the same one that was the
in the Acolyte.
The black
lesbian space witch.
Yeah, the lesbian space witch. Jodie Taylor Smith, I think, but yeah, she'd also been playing as Anne.
Of course she would, because why wouldn't a black woman play Anne Boleyn?
Yeah, a woman who probably should have been redhead like her mum.
Guinevere says, "I'm
Guinevere is
sorry,
sorry because his wife is dead."
Yeah, but it was both their faults. His fault just as much as
I judged them too harshly. The blame was mine too. I'd picked Lancelot after all.
It's not your fault, man. Maybe in your war with Mab, but they're responsible for their own decisions there.
Yeah.
I wish I'd told them that. It might have made it easier.
Mm-hmm. And I just got some good mountain ranges and bumps and stuff.
Oh, great news, Nimue. Arthur's coming home. Oh, thank God, did he find the Holy Grail? No, but what of it? He's coming home, Holy Grail or no. Holy Grail, he should never have left. Merlin, he's free. He can start living his own life again. Yes, and it should be with you, my child. Your true vocation is Merlin. God doesn't want you when you love another. I shouldn't really say this in these hallowed halls. Faith is supreme, of course. But love...
No, Buffy was supreme, but Faith was pretty close.
Yeah. Love is even better.
Well, I mean, he's saying this to her because what? She's contemplating becoming
because
a
he's
nun?
Frick.
Oh.
There's no way a monk would say this to
He's Mab.
A,
He's not even Frick. He's Mab.
He's Mab. Okay, yeah. Either way, I knew when you started saying that, it's like, this is not something a monk would say.
Yeah, no, they can't.
By the way, you guys noticed there's all the stuff we were talking about with the Odyssey coming up. Isabella Rossellini was in 1997's The Odyssey, a TV miniseries with Armand Assante as Odysseus.
I think I've seen that.
My God.
I think I've seen that.
I gotta check that out.
Just a year before this.
You know what? You know what? I should check that out because that might be something to do with all the rage about the Odyssey. People might be into seeing something about that. But aren't we? Yeah, we are kind of locked in here. We'll see. We'll crouch and conspire and see what we might be able to do. But in any case, we're going to be ending things shortly here because we have this dramatic, tragic scene.
Yeah, she played Athena. Anyway, Frick. Hello, Frick.
Oh, yes. Now that you mention it. Yes.
Careful, my dear. Those steps are very slippery.
I don't. So you mean she? So we've got Isabella Rossellini being replaced by Then Bloody Daya. Great.
Uh-huh.
Zendaya replaces everyone.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
To my land, the land of magic.
Can I create monsters?
Oh, if you wish.
You're so good to me, Auntie.
It won't be all fun and games. Arthur's coming back. There will be things I have to teach you.
Is Mother coming? No, sorry.
Is Mother coming? We don't need her anymore.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden Frick sees this. And...
Mab, where are you taking my son?
It's time.
Without a word? Without a by your weave?
I have to make him ready.
And she's like, no.
I gave him love. You gave him toys.
I gave him life.
I'm never letting him go. Whoops.
Yeah, she does the mind freak thing and boom, rolling down. Frick runs to her aid. And, oh.
That was very clever, Auntie.
My love. My love.
Uh-oh.
Quick, my love. Am I still beautiful? Beyond words, my love. Am I? Yes, beyond words.
Now that's interesting.
Yeah.
No.
It was a sad scene. Oh.
It
Yeah,
was.
but her clothes have changed as well.
Yeah. The glamour. Remember, the glamour changed her clothes into those Roman.
Yeah, but what that means is that but she's changed clothes since then. You've seen her in different clothes, so it's almost as if he's literally taken her back to that point where the glamour was cast on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good point.
I hadn't thought that before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I like the design of that anyway. That Cornwall look.
And this is where, remember we were talking about Martin Short, excuse me, being a good actor in this.
Mm-hmm.
This is the scene where he fails.
Uh-oh.
Did he?
He is supposed to be furious. It does not come off as that. Not in any stretch of the word.
I don't know. I think he was pretty furious, sad.
Rewatch the scene. He phones this one in. Yeah, it really is sad because it should be much more emotional than it is. He just couldn't do it.
Interesting.
Well, you killed her.
Perhaps she just slipped. In any case, what does it matter? You're holding us up, Frick. We have a lot to do.
You evil old crone. May God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah, I would have changed that line too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Faye. He doesn't believe in God. So
He obviously didn't have any on the rest of you. Why is everybody suddenly against me?
Because you're the villain of the piece.
Yeah.
Fine. Remain here, but with no more magic powers.
And she waves her hand, and
now you will wander through the world ugly and alone. Just as if you were human.
uh-oh.
Goodbye, Frick. I'll miss you.
No,
I won't.
Yeah, Mordred is pretty much despicable. And then he asks her, why did you let him live?
Because he wanted me to kill him.
Yeah, because he wanted her to kill him. So, yeah, I guess in that last scene, he should have been more passionate about, his anger with Mab, especially since he was trying to get her to kill him, because he knows he can't defeat her.
Yeah, we get the feeling that he has never loved anyone in his existence before Morgana.
Yep.
Morgana Le Fay. At least in here they call him Morgan, but Marcus calls her Morgana.
That's typically her name.
Yeah.
I think that's her name in Excalibur too, Morgana.
Yep,
it is.
She's genuine, and it's Morgana rather than Morgan.
Well, that's it for this evening. Now we have just the home stretch where Mordred goes. The deadly weapon, River Song, is now going to be inflicted upon the Doctor. Yeah, Mordred's like River Song, the secret weapon. It's bred just for one purpose.
Oh, yeah, I don't exactly particularly secret about that, but I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Now. Next thing you'll be saying is he's not Merlin.
Awesome.
All right.
We gotta do that episode. Maybe we could jump a few seasons and do that episode.
Wow, that would be a heck of a jump.
Well, we're talking Excalibur.
You're adding Marcus and everything.
In this live stream, we're talking about Merlin, Arthur, Excalibur.
We're what, about halfway through season 2?
Mm-hmm.
Marcus comes in season 3.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Right at the
So
beginning.
we don't have a long wait, do we?
No.
No. What I would say is, we don't need it. Is because obviously we need. And unless we end up doing that episode twice, doing it once from the Arthur thing, and then again when it comes up in rotation.
We should do it twice. Yeah, I have to see that Jakar scene. Many times.
It will be halfway through season 3, episode 13.
I'll tell you, actually, I think what might be an interesting way to do it is if we can think of others, not just do that episode, do when we've done a bit further with the Arthur, I might we're doing an Arthur, then at some point do a stream about King Arthur in science fiction or something.
Yes.
Rather than just do that one Babylon 5.
What other King Arthur in science
I'm sure
fiction
there's
thing
one
is
holodeck episode where they're in
try-
Camelot or something like that.
I'm genuinely trying to think, but there's I'm
There's a Robin Hood one.
Yeah, I've said I would obviously not meet. I'm obviously somewhat to think about ahead and see if there are many more things, or Arthur in other.
I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm just trying to think of one right
Lawrence.
now.
Maybe not an Arthurian thing, but there's that Beowulf episode from Voyager.
So you want to take Beowulf from Voyager, maybe Robin Hood from TNG,
and then you will do the
Jakar
Arthur
thing.
from-
Mix them all up
yeah.
in a pot, and we'll just
Let's
have
do it.
weird
Let's do it.
salad.
We can't cover the entire. We cannot cover the entire episode of Late Delivery from Avalon. Too much gets revealed.
Yeah.
We got to just focus on the Arthur stuff.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
But that would also make it easier for us to then also cover the Robin Hood stuff from TNG and the
Beowulf.
And the Beowulf, exactly.
Okay.
Then I was going to say, if we do it in other media, let's be bringing the Camelot 3000.
I don't know what order to put the slides in. That'd be weird. Maybe
which story comes first? Beowulf comes first.
The Beowulf, yeah.
So that would be the first one. Then Robin Hood probably comes after Arthur, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's the order.
Well, it depends.
Well, Robin Hood takes place after Richard the Lionheart,
which is definitely after Arthur.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, again, Robin Hood, as with King Arthur, Robin Hood is something that is gathered. It's not. I mean, it's traditionally set in King Arthur, in
King John,
Richard, in King Richard and King John's times. Yeah. But there are settings for it which are as late as Edward II. There's, but and again, it's another thing which is probably like Arthur's, a variety of myths which come together. I'm not sure when Beowulf was written, but I mean, when you consider the first mentions of Arthur about the 8th or the 9th century, Arthur, the origins of Arthur may be earlier than Beowulf, but I think as an actual, I would say it's probably true to say that as an actual concept, if you like.
You know what?
Beowulf
you're right. You're right, because I thought Beowulf was much older than it is. But Beowulf was written anonymously sometime between the 8th and 11th centuries.
Yeah.
So definitely Arthur comes first.
Yeah. I mean, it's an old English. Beowulf is an old English poem.
Very Viking inspired, though, right?
No, but it's Old English about a Scandinavian hero. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about a Scandinavian hero, but it's an old English, Anglo-Saxon one. But yeah, it is about a Scandinavian, Scandinavian hero. Yeah.
Set in the 6th century, it blends pagan heroic tradition with Christian themes, serving as a vital bridge to the ancient world.
And I will warn you, if you start, I will warn you, if you start King Arthur, I'm likely to. Sorry, if you start Robin Hood, I'm likely to bring in Robin Hood, the Robin of Sherwood series.
The Robin of Sherwood series.
Yes.
Now, that was what, a TV series?
That was the TV series in the UK in the 1980s. It was one of the two things that I first collected when I first started collecting DVDs.
Okay.
And they had, it was 1980s because the main character for the first two series left to go over to join the cast of Dynasty, and he was replaced by Sean Connery's son. And what they actually did is they very cleverly did it. They very cleverly did both of the origin story, the versions of Robin Hood, because one version of Robin Hood has him as a yeoman or a peasant, and one of them has him. The Robin of Locksley is a minor noble, and they very cleverly went to one when they changed the actor. They changed the character. It wasn't the case that they changed the actor playing the same character.
Yeah, he went from being Robin of Locksley to being Robert of Huntington.
Yeah. And the guy, I've mentioned it before, because the guy that actually plays Guy of Gisborne is the guy that in fact, two actors from this are actually in the Robin of Sherwood, as I mentioned earlier. Guy of Gisborne and the Sheriff of Nottingham were both in early episodes of Merlin.
Huh. By the way, Judy Trott as Maid Marian. Oh my God, is she beautiful? Wow.
I'm
Never heard
looking
of that
to
show.
try and find the Roar TV series that starred Heath Ledger in the 90s. It was only 13 episodes long before I guess it got canceled.
John Rhys Davies is in that show.
Also, in fact, that's Robin of Sherwood's one. The extras on the DVDs are fantastic, because the moment you get the guy that wrote it, Richard Kip Carpenter, and he's saying about these things. One of the things he says he's great. He says that he wrote this and he created the character of Nazir, who starts off as the henchman to the villain, and then he's originally supposed to be a one-off appearance henchman to the villain, who gets killed off. But because the actor was so good, they kept him on as a series, and he is a Saracen. And as Richard comes says, first time this has ever appeared in the Robin Hood legend. And then a couple of years later, out comes Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and for some strange reason, all of a sudden you've got Morgan Freeman there.
Yeah, don't go fig.
Yeah.
So first season was only 6 episodes. Second was just 7, but third was 10.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, and like this, it is very much a it's got very much a cult inspired. You've got John Arbineri as Herne the Hunter. There is quite a bit of magic and mysticism in it, but it is also reasonably well rounded in 12th. Let me think. 12th, 13th century or 13th, 14th century England.
I think we're getting to the point where we're actually having a meeting, and I think we can let our audience have a good night.
Yes.
If we have to. Although I don't know. I mean, it's, let me take a look real quick.
Oh no,
we haven't lost a single listener since we started.
That's awesome.
We've had 12 the whole time.
That's amazing.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
I mean, only Scott has been talking to us, but we've had 12 people listening. Well 8 people listening. I'm assuming all 4 of us.
I mean, we are bringing fine radio back to life. One of these weeks we'll do a radio drama. It'll be
I don't know how to do that.
It's like what is that? like the Prairie Home Companion or something.
I did a stream years ago now. I did a few of them, but I wasn't on all of them, where they actually did. I think it was mainly Doctor Who, and someone got hold of the actual script of the episodes, and we did read, but we did them. We did them for semi-comedic purposes. So we had, I mean, one or two of them. We had one of the one or two of the ladies that did the stream did the Doctor in one episode and things like this. They were quite fun.
Oh,
I do a stream every morning.
Well, on that note, I think we're going to say goodnight to everybody.
Yeah.
I could also, since I have this up here, I am going to go in, see if there's anybody to raid right now, just for funsies. See if there's anyone streaming right now that's in our overall community. Sphere of influence.
Sphere of influencers.
Yeah. I'm not an influencer.
Sure you are.
What do we have here? I'm looking. Let's Talk Movies is going on. That's, what is that? Galaxy Quest. Some folks are talking. Oh, the Gaming Pirates talking Galaxy Quest. The Gaming Pirates, though, they can't be live right now.
Well, Gary and Mahler are reviewing season 2 of Buffy right now.
Well,
Blimey. Warner's up
like they'll notice. Like they'll notice.
True.
But you know, I mean, I think what I'll do, because I don't think they are going live right now. Are they? Let me see. This says the Gaming Pirates. That's like the potato guy, Tater from Ireland, and Internet Help Desk, and the Oldest Gamer.
Ooh, I haven't seen that.
That's those guys, but I think that's Saturday. So I don't think there's something right now that I see that any of us are doing.
I never thought. Wow, that never actually occurred to me. But I put in a thing about King Arthur in science fiction, and it says Babylon 5. This series reimagined King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table in space, exploring themes of stability, courage, and redemption.
I'm not sure I agree with that, but
yeah, but I can. But then again, I can see. I can see why they might say that, but no,
it's more Tolkien than Arthur.
Yeah, but I can see why they might. Well, you might come in with some of that, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, I think.
But by the way, we have to recognize Scott's thanking us there. You are welcome, Scott, and thank you for sticking around as long as you did and chatting as much as you did.
Scott is our stalwart companion through all of this. I can't believe he's stuck with us all these years. Well, we're coming up on 2 years.
Yes.
2 years
Wow.
You know, by the way, stalwart is actually a noun. He is our stalwart.
It's also.
I thought it was an adjective.
It is. It can be.
Because I hear stalwart companion a lot.
It's also a noun because it was I remember having models on. It was a British Army amphibious lorry, the Stalwart. Who was a lorry? It was an APC. But I remember making models of it when I was a kid.
Are you calling Scott Harvard a lorry?
Nope, I'm calling him what Giles calls himself in Once More with Feeling. And he's singing a song where he's basically saying that he's just standing in the way, and which is why he has to leave. But he says, you know, I want to be your stalwart, standing true, but I know I'm just standing in the way.
Wow, you just spun us into unneeded country there. No, Scott is true, and he definitely is. So
Scott is our red knight.
All right, so we're going to call it a night. Anybody have a last announcement? Please do not start a whole new topic.
You can turn Coca-Cola into wine.
What? Who would do that?
Golden Hive mead.
Who would do that? That's sacrilege. No.
It works though.
You cannot ferment Coca-Cola and get something tasty. There is no way.
He did.
I do not believe you.
Golden Hive mead. Check it out. Anyway, good night, everyone.
All right. That's it. We'll see you. Well, next we'll be seeing you Sunday. We're not doing a Friday music stream, but next Friday we probably will. I'm checking. Liza and I will make a final decision because also a week from Friday the 15th is Liza's birthday, so she might want a night off.
The 15th?
Yep.
May 15th, the Ides of May.
Is that?
That's all. I just have mine, so.
I think
the
Ides are the 15th of any
yeah, I
month.
think the Ides
No.
are the 15th
Except
of
for
every
maybe
month, right?
No, it varies from month to month.
Oh, really?
The Ides of month are usually on the 13th. Oh no! Here it says. Okay, in the ancient Roman calendar, Ides usually fell on the 13th, but it fell on the 15th in March, May, July, and October. So it is the 15th in May.
Okay.
Well, okay. And some months didn't have Ides.
It was a day for settling debts.
Aha, yep, especially the Ides of March.
And held religious significance in Rome. Is that why tax day in the U.S. is on March 15?
That's a good question.
Wait a minute.
Because it's
Tax
not.
day,
It's April 15. I know.
April 15,
That's why I
yeah.
was teasing when I did that.
Yeah, but you got to start worrying about it, at the end of February, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Calling in tonight. Farewell.
Good night,
so long,
everyone.
and thanks for all
Good
the
night.